All right. What is up, Sharks territory? My goodness. Thank God we have some Sharks hockey. I'm Aaron James, your host for tonight's live watch-along party as the San Jose Sharks are about to face off against the Calgary Flames. It's been a long 2 weeks for Sharks fans. We already got some predictions in the comment section. We have people saying it's going to be a 6-5 Flames win. So with that, let's start the program by saying if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to chat amongst yourselves with other hockey fans or myself, the host, you could do so by dropping a comment on any platform you're watching, whether that's TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, or X, formerly known as Twitter. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's dive into it. First and foremost, the Sharks have been off for the last 2 weeks because of the Four Nations Face-Off tournament. A unique, weird tournament, to be honest with you. I got a lot of things I want to say about that tournament, but maybe I'll save it for after the game. Let's just talk about the game. All I'm going to say is this: it was a glorified exhibition tournament. It literally felt like a glorified preseason, even though that's an oxymoron because it happened during the middle of the season. And I know right away some of y'all might suggest that I'm probably salty considering that, I was, of course, rooting for my home country, Team USA. And, honestly, it has nothing to really do with that. Again, I thought it was awesome. I really did think it was awesome. At the beginning, I thought it was a gimmick. To be real with you, I thought it was a little gimmicky. But if I could be 100 with you, it was really cool with Team USA and, of course, Team Canada, going head-to-head, not once but twice. So a little bit more on that tournament at the end of this show. We have about 8 minutes before the puck drops, so I would like to cover tonight's matchup. So let's do it, baby. San Jose Sharks, as I mentioned, we are taking on the Calgary Flames tonight. This is the first of the first of 7 games that the Sharks are currently on their road trip. So 3 more remaining this calendar month of February, and 4 to begin the month of March, leading up to that trade deadline, March 7th. So quickly on the trade deadline, Nico Sturm has been activated off of the injured reserve, and as we mentioned previously on our live streams here at Shark City Hockey, he suspects that he may potentially be on the trade block and on the move. There has been no indication of him returning, nor has there been any reports or updates from what he last mentioned of the front office and his representation, his agency not having any contract negotiations. So as we mentioned before on our flagship show of Frostbitten, we expect him to probably carry the highest trade value for the San Jose Sharks. So while we're talking about the lineup, let's go into that right away. So tonight, the San Jose Sharks are going with that 70s line. Now, these are projected lines. They are subject to change. But as of right now, San Jose has that 70s line being the starting lineup. Of course, that is William Eklund, Macklin Celebrini, and Tyler Toffoli. Actually, this is going to be a really good matchup. So, Macklin Celebrini being the number 1 overall draft pick, and kind of just being a big reason why I think the Bay Area and league wide across the continent and the world, if you want to extend it to that, they've reignited their interest in Team Teal because of Macklin Celebrini being favored as a Calder Memorial Trophy. He's obviously in the lead amongst other rookies, but there's a lot of fans out there that argue that Dustin Wolf should be considered, in that conversation, and maybe even potentially edge out Macklin Celebrini, because after all, the Calgary Flames coming to this game with a 26-21-8 record. A lot of people are saying that their success could be attributed to the rookie goaltender. So you have the Bay Area native Dustin Wolf in net tonight, confirmed starter for the Calgary Flames. So all that to say, I am looking forward to the matchup between Macklin Celebrini and Dustin Wolf tonight. So got someone mentioning that I think it was a good tournament. They played hard. Absolutely. So that's the one thing that I will, and we'll talk about the Four Nations face-off after the game. But that's the one thing that I have to say I really enjoyed, is that they didn't treat this, it wasn't like, like a pickup game, right? It wasn't a scrimmage. They went out there and they took pride in their country. But let's talk about the lineup, okay? Because I can spend this pregame talking about the Four Nations face-off, without a doubt. All right, so that's your first lineup. William Macklin Celebrini, Tyler Toffoli. Behind them on the blue line is Jake Wallman, Henry Thrun. Your confirmed starter for the San Jose Sharks is Alexander Georgiev. Your second lineup is Fabian Zetterlund, Alexander Wemberg, and Will Smith. Mario Ferraro and Timothy Liljegren are on that blue line, the second defensive pairing. As we talk about the trade deadline, a lot of people will be talking about Mario Ferraro, his name being in rotation for the past couple of seasons. Not too sure that the Sharks will be able to move that contract. We'll see, though. Anything's possible with General Manager Mike Greer. But I just want to say quickly, congratulations to Mario Ferraro. He was, I believe, the only reported San Jose Shark that did not make the trip to Hawaii during the 2 weeks off for the Four Nations face-off break. He got married. So congrats. A lot of Sharks fans noticed that his signature grill that almost was can compete with Mike Ritchie's grill. They noticed that he got a fresh fresh chiclets. He went and got nice brand new chiclets, and it was because he got married. So congratulations to Mario Ferraro. Got tied a knot over the break. So third lineup for the San Jose Sharks. Again, these are all subject to change. Is Colin Graff, Nico Sturman, Luke Cunnin. You have Shakir Mukumadulin. That's what's up. And Jack Thompson. Both were recalled from the Barracuda. So looking forward to that third defensive pairing tonight. Seeing what they could get done against this Calgary Flame team. And of course, the fourth line is Barclay Goodrow, Ty Dellandrea, and Walker Duehr. All right. And that right there is your projected lineup for the night. Let's see. We might as well get the prompts going, baby. Let me know where you're chiming in from tonight. If you are here representing Team Teal, type SJ in the chat. If you are here as a Calgary Flames fan, it's all good. No worries. You go ahead and type in CGY for Calgary. And let's get this bad boy rolling here really quick. I need to be able to see the background here, so let me adjust this chat for y'all. Yeah, it is what it is. All right. So let's talk about some players to watch right here as we anxiously await the first game in freaking 2 weeks for fans in Sharks territory. Some players to watch for the San Jose Sharks. You have Tyler Toffoli, Macklin Celebrini, and William Eklund. Pretty much that first line. All right, so Tyler Toffoli is on a hot streak. He has 6 points in his last 5 games. So that's 3 goals and 3 assists. So Tyler Toffoli definitely is someone to look out for the San Jose Sharks. Macklin Celebrini has 5 points in his last 5 games. He is on a hot streak as well. He has 2 goals and 3 assists in his last 5. And William Eklund has 3 points in his last 3 games. So he technically is on a hot streak with a goal and 2 assists in the last 3 games. Some people you might want to see hopefully rise in Sharks territory. Colin Graff In his last 3 games, regular season games with the San Jose Sharks, obviously he's been going up and down the roster with the Cuda and the Sharks. He's had 1 goal. We all remember that goal. It was at the Shark Tank. Jake Wallman definitely needs to get off of the schneid. He has just an assist in his last 3 games, which is pretty solid still, but he's been definitely kind of struggling lately. It's been noticed by fans and the coaching staff alike. So I would like to see Jake Wallman come out in tonight's contest and have himself a fantastic game. And then Alexander Georgiev, this guy needs a dub. He desperately needs a dub. This season he's played 14 games. He's 2-11. He could use a dub. And matter of fact, he's 2-1 against the Calgary Flames. All right, 2-1 against Calgary Flames. That's his record. 2-1-0, I guess, to be exact. Liking his chances. Specifically the last 3 seasons. He has 2 wins. All right, he played 3 games, I guess, once in relief. But, a .918 save percentage against Calgary Flames. This is going to be his first game in Teal against the Flames. So, looking forward to, him, rising up a little bit here. And, just giving some Sharks fans something to cheer about. Obviously, I won't say his nickname right now unless it happens, but we all know the nickname that he's kind of unfortunately earned here in Sharks territory. Definitely don't want to see that tonight. All right. Let's see. It's been a minute since I've done this, so let me get in the groove of things here as well. So we have opening face-off. Should be going down in any moment now. Let's see. That's right. All right. So this is the 141st all-time game between the San Jose Sharks and the Calgary Flames in the regular season specifically. The Sharks' all-time record against the Flames is 60, 64, 8-8. All right. Now the Sharks are playing in their 69th all-time game in Calgary. They're 28, 34, 3-3. Pardon the chuckles. I was about to say nice, but whatever. As far as the season series goes, this is the second time that these two clubs have got together. Calgary does lead the series 1-0. They defeated the San Jose Sharks on December 28th by a score of 3-1 in San Jose. So this is the second game of 4. The next time these two clubs will get together will be in April. As a matter of fact, they played twice within a week in the final month of the season. They play April 7th and April 13th. So that's going to be April 7th at San Jose, April 13th in Calgary. Right now, as far as regular season stats go, Sharks have the 26th ranked power play, 17.9%. 15th ranked power play for Calgary, 22.3%. Penalty kill, 24th for San Jose, 75.4%. 72% for 28th in Calgary on the penalty kill percentage. And goals for average per game, Sharks are 31st with 2.6, and Calgary's 29th, 2.64. I know a lot of you would automatically assume that means that there may not be offense. However, Sharks are 32nd for goals against, 3.72 average, and Calgary is 15th, 2.98. So honestly, I know the goals for isn't there. They're at the bottom. They're practically both in the basement. But I think that this could potentially be a game in which, both squads can perhaps light the lamp more often than not. We'll have to wait and see. In the last 10 games, the Sharks are 1-8-1. That only victory coming against the Pittsburgh Penguins way back on January 27th at the Tank. As far as the Calgary Flames, they are on a 3-game losing streak heading into tonight's contest as well, and they're 4-5-1 in their last 10. All right, let's check the comment section here. You can say, dude, I have signed puck from Luke Cunnan. I am subscribing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So let's update the live viewers here. So we got 43 plus 28 from TikTok. So you all do the math, but 43 of you I can see right now live. So thank you. And as far as the subscriber, I appreciate that as well. If you're not subscribed to us already on YouTube, we definitely appreciate that, and we appreciate the love and support for those of you who are, and we appreciate it if you're joining us tonight to consider subscribing to us as we try to aim for 1,000 subs. 1,000 subs is the goal of this season here. And yeah, man, just waiting for the Sharks and the Flames to get going here. Really are. So might as well talk about the Four Nations face-off. I'm trying very hard to avoid talking about it tonight, but as it usually goes, they say 5 o'clock face-off, and it usually takes minutes. Hopefully they got nothing special going on, and I don't mean that in a negative way in Calgary, but I think the last time we got together for a watch party, it took them like about almost 45 minutes, 30 minutes to get rolling. So let's see what's going down right now. If you're watching the home broadcast like I am, then right now you are looking at Randy and Drew. So quick reminder that this is a watch along party. This is not a live stream of the game. This is just a space for San Jose Sharks fans and hockey fans in general to get together and just have a cool casual hangout and enjoy some hockey, some Sharks hockey, and we do it all together. All right. They're going through a bunch of highlights, which tells me that this game isn't going to begin anytime soon. So might as well talk about the tournament that went down earlier the past couple of weeks. I was going to save it for the final, for the end of the game, but let's talk about it now. Why don't we? So listen, why don't you let me know in the chat whether you're watching on X or YouTube or Twitch. Let me know, how do you grade the Four Nations face-off? Let's give it a letter grade: A, B, C, D, or F. All right. Now I'll be real with you. If I had to honestly give an opinion of it, I would say that the tournament was like a B plus. I think it was a B plus. All right. So reason being is that it's an exhibition tournament, and all in all, the spectacle was entertaining, but it doesn't mean anything. Like I said, it's like an overhyped exhibition, man. And I'll tell you why I specifically give it a B plus. There was a lot of injuries that went down, and that was one of the things that I kind of was grateful that Sharks players like perhaps Macklin Celebrini didn't make the Four Nations tournament, because it's a lot of there's a lot of superstars on that roster, and a lot of them who their clubs are depending on them to return healthy, and a lot of guys got banged up in that tournament. Let's just be honest. But it is what it is. They're professional athletes, so I'm not gonna say that's one of the reasons that weighs in, or one of the main reasons that weighs in. Just to me, what I didn't like was how it was super glazed. I know that sounds ridiculous, but overall, I thought it was entertaining. I want to emphasize that. And overall, I think it was good for the sport of hockey. I got a lot of people. It may perhaps reignited a lot of people who generally probably wouldn't be watching hockey. It definitely generated a lot of interest and got a lot of people, into the sport, which is fantastic. Also, the fact that the players, even though it's an exhibition and it's not like it's the Olympics or the Stanley Cup playoffs or the World Juniors, it did give, the athletes an opportunity to, represent their home country and, play for some pride, right? I mean, that's pretty much what it all comes down to. I mean, bragging rights, right? Essentially, right? I felt like from the beginning, this was like This is gonna sound so bad, but I'm just gonna say it. All right, it is what it is. From the beginning, I felt like, all right, this is gonna be a tournament where it's like, they're gonna give, the fans up in true north, the fans, in Canada, like another opportunity to be like, this is why we're the best at hockey. This is our sport, and that's exactly what it ended up being. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't care for it, because I mean, let's just be honest with you, man. Like, it would be like if the NFL threw like an international series and they recruited CFL players. Of course, the NFL is gonna ball out, right? And they're gonna, handle anyone from the Canadian Football League. And that's how I felt going into this. Now, I think that's why, in many ways, I think that's what was pleasantly surprising and entertaining about it, is that, let's just be real, a lot of people didn't know how this tournament was going to play out, and a lot of them thought maybe it was a little gimmicky. But then you go out there and you see how well the United States played. And, that first victory against Canada, even though it was exciting, this is just my opinion, but we all kind of knew in the back of our minds that they were going to meet again in the championship game, right? So all that to say is I like it, but one thing I didn't care so much about was, even though I know, you also had Sweden and you had Finland in there, even though it was a four nations face-off, it really just felt like the North American showcase, right? I mean, let's just be real with you. On top of that, you can even go as far as say that the fact that it was limited to four nations kind of downplays how they say international competition. That's like when, and we'll use another NFL analogy, that's like when teams that win the Super Bowl call themselves world champs, but they're not playing, other teams from around the world, right? So that's one of the things that, to me, maybe the next time this tournament comes around, maybe it grows, maybe there's more countries that participate are represented during this exhibition tourney. And I know a lot of you will say, well, if you look at the Stanley Cup teams that won, the majority of the players on those teams are Canadian. But that's the other thing too. I don't care what anyone says. You can go ahead and make the argument, but that championship tournament, that trophy. I'm sorry, but the American teams have won the Stanley Cup and they dominated. So to me, this Four Nations face-off, it was great to have international competition, quote unquote international competition, even though it didn't feel that way. And it was nice to see, the best in the USA versus the best of in Canada, right? But I guess long story short is dude, it's not the Stanley Cup. It's not the Stanley Cup. So to me, it was kind of like a show. To me, it was like a showcase to rizz up Canadian hockey fan base, because we all and I love my country. I love USA. I've served my country, so of course I was rooting for them. Even though I found it tough at times as a Sharks fans to see players like Jack Eichel. We all know him from the Vegas Golden Knights on that squad. Excellent player. But you see what I'm getting at, right? It's like there was no Sharks players for me to cheer on from my home country, let alone in the tournament in general, because the only representation we have is when Kyle Granlund got traded away, right? So all in all, I thought it was a great spectacle. I thought it did great for the sport of hockey, as in maybe generating interest from people who otherwise wouldn't have tuned into the sport. But I do think it was maybe just a little overhyped, a little just too much hype. But it is what it is. I don't want to hate on it. It was fun. It made me want to get some threads, for the Four Nations. So, it had a positive impact, I guess I'm trying to say, as far as being a hockey fan, as a spectator, and, as someone who, has national pride, so I get it. And before they drop the puck here, because the game is about to begin, that's one quick little asterisk note that I didn't care for, is this tournament was, whether you want to say it or whether you want to acknowledge it or not, it was politically charged, and it kind of became, it kind of brought out some. It just didn't bring out the best kind of reaction or commentary or even like what's the word I'm looking for? Sportsmanship. Thank you. It didn't bring the best sportsmanship out of tournament because it was it was politically charged, and that's all I'm gonna get at because they're about to drop the puck, and all I give a puck about is Sharks hockey. So finally, we got some hockey, baby. Welcome to everybody. That's my little spiel on the Four Nations face-off. We can talk about it a little bit more so later. I can elaborate and expand on those ideas, but I could care less about it now. It's a thing of the past. Right now, the future is Teal, and we need these boys to break out of the funk. Already being challenged often and early, Alexander Georgiev, as the Flames are having their way right now. Starting lineup looks to be the third line, so you have Luke Cunningham out there with Nico Sturm, and that would be Colin Graff on the wing. So looks like they're doing a line change, so we got our first line up there now. But long story short is Calgary did start off pretty hot. Here come the Sharks now answering back. That's 70's line controlling the puck. Quick shout out and thank you to everybody who's joining me on this Sunday night hockey edition of our watch along party. If you're joining late, I'm Aaron James, host and creative here at Shark City Hockey. Appreciate everybody chiming in on whichever platform you're chiming in on, and let's hope that the San Jose Sharks can get a dub tonight. Let me know who you're going for. If you're going for the Sharks or for the Calgary Flames, let me know in the comment section. Alexander Georgiev getting tested real early. 2 shots already. He faced both just 3 seconds apart. Oh, we got a Flames fan. What's up? My bad. That was too much. That's so shit. My bad, fam. I'm reacting here to one of my devices kind of acting up. All right, let me turn up the music here real quick. Like, get it squared away. My fault. So, my bet on the delayed reaction. Freaking Macklin Celebrini scores a goal, and of course, while that was going on, I had a down technical difficulty. Lost audio on my feed here of the game I'm watching, so I tried to figure that out while he scored a freaking goal. So, finding the delayed reaction. What a time, of course. What a time. Good feet from Tyler Foley behind the goal line. Dustin Wolf and Macklin Celebrini are obviously in that competition for all the you mentioned about the program. And Macklin Celebrini scored the first goal of the game. So right now Sharks lead 1-0. And yeah, y'all just keep watching along while I figure this damn thing out. And there it is. How random. Alright, so pardon the anticlimactic freaking goal announcement, man, but I lost feed from my I lost the feed from the damn game. Waited 2 weeks for some freaking hockey, and then I get some BS. Oh well, it is what it is. That's some bull shark, as we call it here. But whatever. Ooh-wee. That freaking fourth line almost set up as a goal. Alright, so let's go over the goal here. Macklin Celebrini gets his 18th goal of the season, assisted by Tyler Foley, 17th assist of the year, and Jake Wallman, 24th. So that's what's up. We're talking about Jake Wallman getting out of that funk at the top of the broadcast here, or live stream. So let's see how that went down right on. Jake Wallman advanced the puck to Celebrini at the top of the blue line. He then puts it into the half wall near the goal line to the right side of Dustin Wolf. Macklin then sends it back up along the boards to the blue line to Jake Wallman, who dumps it deep to Tyler Foley, who's kicking it behind the net in the trapezoid. It looks like they lost sight of Celebrini, who was chilling in the slot undefended, but Tyler Foley fed it to Celebrini, who then one-timed it home for the first goal of the game. So San Jose Sharks lead 1-0, courtesy of Macklin Celebrini's 18th goal of the year. Tyler Foley gets his 17th assist. Jake Wallman, secondary assist, gets his 24th assist of the season. Goal scored at 3 minutes and 41 seconds into the first period. So I like it. Let's go Sharks. Again, pardon the very anticlimactic call. We're dealing with some technical difficulties while they're scoring a goal. Looks like my device needs to update, so I'm doing it right now. Didn't come to break. Heck of a time Come on, give me some difficulties, baby. It's hockey time.
What I mean is, I kick game to him, stick things to him, without using my penny. Y'all just mad, y'all don't party like we do. It's like we do, break bread like we do. Plus, y'all ain't pushing them big wheels like us, and counting $1,000 bills like us. Now tell me, how many y'all know about? Let it go out, show out, no doubt.
Alright, now everything's updated. Let's effing go.
How many y'all know about? Let it go out, show out, no doubt.
Bull shark on technology.
How we do when we come through? Iced out, ballin' in a benzo. Kings of California, but ain't got too many friends though. Rich from the
All right, so it looks like the San Jose Sharks.
Y'all just mad, y'all don't roll like this. Hit them all like this. Stay close to the edge and never fall like this. Call me Mr. International. Deep pocket, ching ching. All about
Looks
the
like the
bling
San
bling.
Jose Sharks are going to be tested early. They are on a penalty kill. So, fam, you know what to do. Type PK in the comment section. Let's type PK as the San Jose Sharks got to go to work. Or you can leave the shark emoji in the chat.
Phones with chips in them, spit venom like a king cobra. I told ya, money folder, soldier, Rolls Royce roller.
How many y'all know about? Let it go out, show out, no doubt.
So as I mentioned earlier, top of the stream, even though these two teams are kind of in the basement when it comes to your average goals for per game this season, expect to see some offense. Expect to see some offense. And we have seen some early, courtesy of Mackinson and Brini. 1-0. Got a goal just off of, 3 shots already. So let's roll. As far as Calgary goes, they started off the period with 2 shots, and they haven't had one since. And there's their 3rd shot, and now they get a goal. Damn. Just like that, we got a tie game. Yeah, go figure. The hockey universe makes me watch a Calgary Flames goal, missing Mackinson Brini's goal. But here we are, as they would say in the league. If you play hockey like I do, it's pretty much 0-0. We're all tied up, but yep, 1 apiece. First penalty of the game was committed by Henry Thrun, who's getting that first line minutes with Jake Wallman, but Henry Thrun got called for holding against Jonathan Huberdeau, if I've said that correctly, pardon me, at 6 minutes and 47 seconds, and Nazim Kadri gets his 20th goal of the season, a power play goal assisted by Frost, 15th of the season, and Uyghur his 24th or 26th assist of the season. And right off the bat, Calgary slaps one at point blank in front of Georgiev, and he had to fight that one off. But man, that Calgary goal got scored 40 feet away from the net, a 20-degree angle. It had a 1% chance of scoring, and it happened. That's stat via Money Puck. Here come the Sharks. That's still kind of like a mashup. Looked like Celebrini's out there with the 4th line. Didn't get a complete change up. That's Dewar and Goodrow. But Sharks are answering right back. Dang, what a save by Georgiev. Point blank, man. That was a good scoring chance from Calgary right off the face-off. That was 8 feet away. 8 feet away. And 8 feet sounds like, 8 feet's 8 feet. That's still close. But it does sound pretty far. But when I say 8 feet, I'm talking about from the goal line. All right? So that was like point blank in front of Georgiev right at the top of the crease. That last save he made. So reigning goals in Calgary right now. Sharks get an even strength goal, and Calgary Flames tie it up on the power play. We're almost halfway through this period here. go. Will Smith out there with like Tiger Andre trying to help him out with the battle by the walls. Sharks right now in their own zone. Calgary carried the puck into the zone, but the Sharks retrieved it. Looks like they're waiting to complete a line change, just kicking in the trapezoid right now behind Georgiev. Smith advanced the puck up to Zetterlund. Ooh, Zetterlund just freaking fought off the puck, but it looks like they committed a penalty, baby. Yeah. Now the Sharks are going to go on the power play. Special teams for the San Jose Sharks coming up right now. You know what? For having 2 weeks off, this is everything Sharks fans could hope for. We got offense. We got an opportunity to power play all within the first 10 minutes of this period. So let's go. Weegar, who had the secondary assist on that power play goal, commits a penalty holding against Fabian Zetterlund at 9:44 the first period. Let's do it. Let's go Sharks. Type Shark Attack in the comment section or leave a shark emoji. All right. Got the Foley out there with Will Smith, Macklin Celebrini, Jake Wallman, and William Ekman. That 4 forwards on the power play unit continues here. Sharks have 25 games, including this one, remaining in the regular season. So we're practically at that final corner. Oh! My bad. Toffoli was right at top of the net. Macklin Celebrini with a beautiful feed, trying to return the favor. And that puck just goes wide. And then there was a wide open cage on the left. Ooh. Will Smith trying to split the defense in the freaking in the slot. My bad. This is some good hockey right now. A minute remaining on this power play. Macklin Celebrini puts another one on Dustin Wolf, but he smothers that one up. Again, this is not play-by-play. I just want to say that right off the bat, but every now and then I will commentate, or make comments rather, on the action, because that's after all part of what we do here. Live reactions to the action. Now the Sharks have a minute and 2 seconds remaining on the penalty. Pardon me. And my juice. All right, just a little under 50 seconds remaining in this power play. Colin Graff is out there now. Alexander Wennberg, Bobby and Zetterlund, Luke Cunnin, and it looks like Timothy Liljegren. So your forwards are Kunin, Graff, Wennberg, and Zetterlund. Sharks kind of stuck in the corner near the half wall to the right side of Wolf. Liljegren takes a nice blast from the point, but man, Dustin Wolf is yeah, man, he's on point. He's fast in that crease. Watching Dustin Wolf like sidestep from post to post is freaking amazing, dude. He's pretty fast in that crease. Come on, Sharks. There's a few seconds on this penalty. One more opportunity. Nice blast, but I don't think they made their way through. Power play is over. Sharks maintain offensive zone pressure. But, Wolf. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not like that whatsoever. So it sounds like Calgary Flames play a wolf howling to, Riz up Dustin Wolf, to glaze them all up. I don't know what those really mean. I'm just trying to sound young here. Anyways, they're supporting him, right? And they play a Wolf, but that kind of hurts me a little bit because that definitely sounds like the Arizona Coyotes goal horn there. And I think it's too soon. Too soon, man. We all miss Arizona hockey. We all miss the Coyotes. So for Sharks fans, Desert Dogs, we miss the Desert Dogs. So to hear them play a Wolf in the background is kind of like, man, what the F. Anyways, it is what it is. A quick shout out to everybody who's joining us right now. I appreciate all of you out there. We got Eric Carlson numbers right now, 65 live viewers at this current moment. Appreciate you all spending your Sunday afternoon or evening, depending on where you're chiming in from. So, watch along some San Jose Sharks hockey as they take on the Calgary Flames for the second time this season. Calgary Flames do lead the season series 1-0. We have 2 more games remaining after this, going down in April 7th and 13th. So we'll see if the Sharks can get themselves back into this series and tie it up 1-1 by the time this game is over. So pretty even so far. 2 goals scored within the first 8 minutes of this period. 2 penalties committed within the first 10. So a goal for each team and a power play for each team. Sharks, unfortunately, were unable to convert on that power play opportunity. And, Calgary Flames did convert on the man advantage. So that's where we're at right now. Of course, quick reminder, as we are halfway through this period, a little bit more than halfway through this period, we will do our intermission show. So don't go anywhere as we'll wrap up the action in this first period. Or go over the action in the first period, pardon me. Let me get rid of that power play. Sharks have been on the power play for a minute. All right, San Jose continuing to have offensive pressure. I like it. They're cycling the puck around. Oh, wow. Another opportunity for the Sharks. They're starting to get the better of the scoring chances here with now 8 shots on goal. I know a lot of fans want to see the San Jose Sharks kind of like continue to drop games and kind of put a stranglehold on that lottery odds for #1 overall this season. But honestly, I want to see these guys get some dubs, dude. You gotta see them win some games here. Oh, that should be offsides. Quick shout out, thank you to everybody who's chiming in on YouTube. If you're not following us on X, formerly known as Twitter, I definitely recommend it. And thank you to everybody who's chiming in on X. Appreciate y'all. Whatever platform you're on, double tap that screen and make it rain hearts. That'll be appreciated. Ooh, I like Waldman's idea there. Try to deke through 2 Calgary attackers there. Ooh, Dustin Wolf tried to play the puck but lost it in the trapezoid. Calgary does recover, but they ice it. Digging this, man. Man, I missed Sharks hockey. Oh, wee! Colin Graff, I hope you're okay, man. Blew a tire right on the boards. He's asking for someone to change up. I hope he's alright. He's freaking blew a tire and slammed right into the boards. Alright, here come the Sharks. Great zone entry. I love it. Zetterlund with that zone entry. Nice feed behind the goal line. Bounces that puck off of the boards of the trapezoid to Will Smith. That was pretty sick. Sharks are cycling the puck now. That second line's out there. Ferraro and Liljegren at the blue line working that puck. Alright, Ferraro holds the zone. Dumps it deep to the corner where Smitty's at. Ooh, Zetterlund, I like the idea. He tried to shoot it toward the net, but it hit the side. Ooh, Ferraro takes a shot. I like it. I like it. Let's go. If you're a Sharks fan, you know that the Sharks are infamous for passing a little too much and not taking too much chances on nets. But so far, I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. Still 8 shots on goal. These shots that we're taking are not hitting, you know, the net. They're either being blocked or they're being missed, like they're being shot wide. But nonetheless, you gotta like them putting the biscuit on the net. Regardless of what happens in the next 5 minutes here of this first frame, I gotta say that it's been very enjoyable hockey. Glad that I can actually watch it. Unfortunately, I missed the Max Celebrini goal live. Y'all know what it is. But nonetheless, man, the Sharks look good. They look determined. Obviously, you got another 45 minutes to go in this contest, barring, you know, overtime. But I like what I'm seeing, man. It's been too long because I've seen some Team Teal hockey here. Obviously, I've been watching Barracuda, of course, but you know what I mean. I miss the Sharks, so I'm glad to see them coming out here and putting together a competitive effort here. And again, you know, this is like game one of a 7-game road trip. So they had a nice long break. But damn, what a tall task, right? Like, you're off 2 weeks, and then for the next 2 weeks, you're just traveling. So that 70s line is looking good. Alright, what? Did I miss something? Because I'm noticing that... Did something happen to Foley, or are they just in the midst of a bad change? Because I see Walker Dewars out there. Damn it. It looks like Jake Wallman committed a penalty here. So, Calgary's about to be on the power play. Damn, son. Well, you know what that means, everybody. Sharks are shorthanded. Type PK in the comment section. Excuse me. I thought I was gonna sneeze, my fault. So the game is pretty much right down the middle. Money Puck says that the deserve to win meter is in favor of San Jose with 53%. So you gotta love that. 52.5 after 1,000 game simulations. So, really quick on that Macklin Celebrini goal. Obviously, he leads rookies right now in the league with 18 goals. He also is now in sole possession of Sharks franchise history for 4th amongst rookie goal scorers. So he just passed Milan Mahalik. Dang, remember Milan Mahalik, number 9 for San Jose? That's been a long time, man. San Jose Sharks Public Relations also notes that amongst Calder Memorial Trophy winners, the last to have more goals in their first 50 games than Macklin Celebrini has in his first 46, remember 18 goals, was Kirill Kaprizov for Minnesota in 2020-21. So I believe this right here started from Mr. Alan Toshida, Calder Brini. So hashtag Calder Brini, everybody. Alright, Sharks are on the PK right now. I like their strategy. They got a small box clogging up that slot, aka high danger zone. What a blast from Calgary. That puck just trickled wide.
I just need a little taste. Every time I still am safe. Couple bands in the safe. Same shit, different day. If you reach, I will teach. Keep them retros on my feet.
Pardon me, there it is.
I can ship you out of the
Oh, excuse me, my bad, fam.
Like LeBron in the key, throw me the oop. You know I'll be free. I got the moves, yeah. I got the juice, yeah. I never lose, yeah. You need to move, yeah. I got the moves, yeah. I got the juice, yeah.
30 seconds left on the penalty kill. Sharks are keeping the Flames just pretty much pressed up against the freaking boards or on top of the slot. What a save by Georgiev, and he's not digging. He is not digging the forward, just camping behind him in the net there. All right, Sharks kill that penalty, baby. That's what's up. Jake Wallman out of the box, tries to blast it. That goes way wide. That was disgusting. Oh, Dalton Wolf tried to poke check it and he missed. Tyler Toffoli was not in prime position. He could have easily tapped that one home. As we are less than 80 seconds remaining in the first frame here. It's starting to pick up. Just like the start of this period. The end of the period is back and forth. 200-foot game. Ooh, leading pass. Oh, what a mid-air deflection. But Georgiev makes a save on that puck. That was pretty cool, man. Good back and forth action right now in this period. As I mentioned, man, regardless of how this last minute ends, it's been a great period. It's been great, fun, exciting game, especially if you're a Sharks fan. It's been 2 long weeks since we've seen the men in San Jose Sharks jerseys skate and compete in the NHL. So I'm loving it. Now, quick reminder for the intermission report: we will review the goals. We'll go over the goals scored for both the Sharks and Calgary Flames. We'll go over some box scores here, some game stats. We'll also talk about the face-off matchup in summary, and we'll take a look around the league. It is hockey day today. Sharks got that Sunday night hockey slot, but a lot of games going on around the league, and we'll take a look at the scores. All that coming up in the next couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere, because the party is just getting started here. And on that note, thank you, special thank you to everybody joining me, whichever platform you're connecting to us with. Here at Shark City Hockey, we appreciate the love and support, and we appreciate you all joining us here for this live watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action San Jose Sharks, Calgary Flames tied up after 1 period. All right. All right.
It's easy that they know they can serve. Yeah. All I need is an ill track, guarantee it's
All right. So let's do this. Let's do this already. All right. We're about to get into this right now.
I'm the captain
Right
of
on
the
me.
ship, slick y'all passengers. Yeah, we banging for unity. We banging for a little peace within the community. I'm banging for all the voices that never got heard. Looking at rappers on the TV that they know they can serve. This is talent over politics. It ain't rocket science, that's the way it should be. I didn't mean to cause a riot. You never win, you're better off playing the lottery. How does
Just updating the socials, my bad.
I'm giving out lobotomies, kill the monotony. My joint be chopping, that's why I got a monopoly. They calling me Socrates, cause I got the ghetto love in my philosophies. And we do it like microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Excuse me as I do my thing. Yeah, microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Different day, but it's the same old thing. Yeah, nah, it can't bang with us.
So that puts Michael Celebrini at 41 points this season, man. That's pretty damn good.
1, 2. These whack rappers can't hang with us. I be on my job here. Y'all know just what it do. Polar bear flow. Coated in the igloo. I be reppin' topside. I be reppin' uptown. I be playing north. I be playing touchdown. Vet with the spit, yeah. True to life sensei. Messing with the king is a no-no. The Kimbe. Really from the beach. I ain't never been a transplant. Bet you being one to kick it. Jet Li Van Dam. Really can't help myself. I was born a ladies man. I ain't got no sense. I was born in the 80s, man. I don't need no lean, no. Brown be the remedy. Everybody know. She get wet off the Hennessy. Play this, but the hood go
Alright.
crazy, man. Pretty girls rock it, they gon' put it on their Instagram. DJs love it, they gon' spin it like a cellophane. Homies gon' play it, dip it through the set. kill it
Okay,
again.
my bad. My bad for the delay here. Let's get this bad boy going. All right, so let's talk about that first period, baby.
1, 2, 1, 2.
San Jose Sharks taking on the Calgary Flames for the second time this season. We're all tied up after 20 minutes. So let's get into it, why don't we? First, let's talk about the box score here. So, game stats, shots on goal. San Jose has 8. Calgary Flames have 14. Sharks, in my opinion, kind of dominated the majority of that period. Calgary definitely helped out by being on the power play. They get 2 opportunities, or they had 2 opportunities, so Sharks were able to kill off one of them, which is awesome. So with that being said, Calgary is 1 for 2 on the power play, 50%. Sharks had an opportunity on the power play. They were not able to convert, so they're 0 for 1. Hits 11% Jose, 5 for Calgary Flames. You have 7 block shots for the Sharks, 5 for Calgary. 5 giveaways for San Jose, 9 for Calgary. 1 takeaway for the Sharks, 3 for the Flames. All right, so let's talk about those penalties really quick. Sharks committed 2 penalties, Henry Thrun and Jake Wallman. Both are the Sharks' top defensive pairing in this game. So that top 2 defensive pairing, those top 2 blue liners have taken penalties in this game. Henry Thrun got called for holding at 6 minutes 47 seconds. Jake Wallman got called for interference at 16:12 in the first period. Mackenzie Weegar got called for holding against Fabian Zetterlund at 9 minutes and 44 seconds. Only power play converted on, my bad, was Calgary's only goal in that period. So let's talk about the goals now. Macklin Celebrini got his 18th goal of the season. It's his 41st point of the year. He is now in sole possession of 4th all-time rookie scorer in franchise history. He passed Milan Mahalik. Number 1 is Pat Falloon. And that record has stood since the Sharks' inaugural season. Pat Falloon. Anyways. So, if Macklin Celebrini could take it, If he could take it, man, that would be amazing. Because you know, a lot of records in Sharks history have been broken. All right, but the rookie record, and think about all the rookies that the Sharks have had. Right, I know a lot of it gets focused on Patty Marleau, right? But think about that, man. This freaking this record has been held on to since the 92 season, man. So, let me see if I could bring it up. That would probably be on my Instagram. Nice time to plug my Instagram account. If you're not following us already on Instagram, please do so at Shark City Hockey. We're almost at 6,650 followers. So we're skating toward 6,700, striving toward 7,000 followers on Instagram. So that's home of our original content. That's where you'll find the most relatable, definitely inspiring, fan-led content. You can find that all on our Instagram. And if you're watching this watch along party on our YouTube, please consider subscribing. And if you're watching this watch party on our X channel, like most of you do, please consider following. But let me see as I do a deep dive. I made a graphic on this a couple of months ago, so I just want to quickly revisit that graphic really quick, and then we'll get on with the intermission report. All right, so let's see. I believe the record, Pat Falloon is 59 points. So, Macklin Celebrini is on a great pace to break that record at 41 right now. So, 25 games remaining, including this one. We'll see if he could get it done. But again, Pat Falloon with 59 points is the Sharks rookie record that was set in the inaugural season, 1991-92. All right, moving on. Let's talk about the goals. So Macklin Celebrini got his 18th of the year. Pretty much the way that went down was tremendous offensive zone pressure by the Sharks. Starts with kind of Willem Eklund and Jake Wallman winning the battles and on the blue line and at the half wall. So Eklund sent the puck up to the point from the half wall to the right side of Dustin Wolf. You had Jake Wallman get possession of the puck at the blue line. Tyler Toffoli makes his way to the back of the trapezoid behind the net. Jake Wallman sends the puck along the boards, around the half wall, behind the goal line, into the trapezoid, where Toffoli takes possession of that puck. Macklin Celebrini was left all alone in the slot, where he then skates up to the net, is fed the puck from behind the trapezoid by Tyler Toffoli, and Macklin Celebrini at 11 feet away from the net, the goal line, the twine, buries the puck off of a wrist shot, and that made it 1-0 San Jose. Tyler Toffoli got the primary assist, his 17th of the season. Jake Wallman got his 24th assist with the secondary. So that was at 3 minutes and 41 seconds into the first period. Let's go into the goal scorers here, why don't we? All right. Then what you had was the Sharks committed a penalty. Calgary scores on the power play. Nazem Kadri gets his 20th of the year, and pretty much a 1% chance of that puck actually going into the net occurred. So Frost got his got his 15th assist of the season with the primary assist, and Weir got his 26th assist of the season with the secondary assist. And the way that went down was pretty much The Calgary Flames were cycling the puck. The Sharks had like a diamond formation, like a modified diamond formation on their penalty kill. Like they had a small triangle going down in the slot with like one forward pressing. So specifically, you had Wallman, Ferraro, and Luukkonen kind of closing out the neutral zone. You had Ferraro committed to a body right in the crease next to Georgiev, and then kind of creating a diamond formation from the crease to both face-off circles, and then at the top of the slot, you had Cunnin, Wallman, and Wenberg. So, long story short is the Flames were cycling the puck kind of near the point and near the face-off circle to the left side of Georgiev. They go from Uyghur from the blue line, goes to Frost, who's kind of kicking it right there in that face-off circle. He does a cross-ice pass to Kadri, who just risks it toward the net. It gets through Luukkonen and Jake Wallman, beating Alexander Georgiev. That goal was actually scored again 40 feet away. So the scoring chance has been elevated from 1% to 4%. But you get the point is, that old adage of just kind of throw the puck on the net and see what happens. That's exactly what happened on that power play effort, and it ended up becoming a goal for Calgary. So that made it 1 apiece, and that's where we are currently at with about less than 5 minutes remaining in this first intermission. So yeah, it's been a fantastic game. Good action back and forth. Even though the Sharks are trailing on the shots on goal 8-14, a lot of that has to do with the fact that that Calgary was given a power play like late in that period. All right, so let's take a quick look around the league. Some games, some final scores. You have the Washington Capitals. They win 7-3. Alexander Ovechkin gets a hat trick. All right, so I asked on our Instagram, which is, like I said, is home to a lot of our original content. So if you don't follow us on there, I highly recommend to do it and engage with the fantastic San Jose Sharks fan community, hockey community in general. Fantastic fans there. We like to celebrate and chirp. All right, we keep it Teal, we keep it real on our Instagram. But back to the point. Some fans, I asked them, like, hey, how many games are the Sharks going to win in March? And they kind of, send a question back to me saying, which games do you think are worth going to in March? Now, of course, I'm going to tell you all of them. All right. And you could do so for a great price if you get a Sharks breakaway pass. But I had said that 2 games that stand out to me are Chicago, Bedard versus Celebrini, of course, and Washington Capitals game, because we might have a chance for Alexander Ovechkin to witness that history. And if you're an old time San Jose Sharks fan, you all know that Wayne Gretzky made some history on his goal scoring chase list at the tank way early in the past. So fans were saying, there's a chance he's not going to get all those goals before he shows up to the tank. Well, hey, he scored 3 today, all right, in the Capitals 7-3 victory over the Oilers. So who knows, if you don't get to see him set the record, break the record, or tie the record, you'll get to see, they call it the great chase. You'll get to see maybe potentially one of those goals notched on his historic run here. Now, that's the only time I'll ever advocate for a goal against from another team. All right, that's all I'm going to say. So moving on, New York Rangers 5-3, and honestly, I kind of hope that they get shut out because the Sharks should spoil that great chase. Anyways, New York Rangers won in Pittsburgh 5-3. They beat the Penguins 5-3 on the road. Colorado Avalanche lost 1-3 against the St. Louis Blues on the road. Tampa Bay Lightning defeated the Seattle Kraken at home 4-1. Nashville gets shut out at home. The Predators get shut out 5-0 from the visiting New Jersey Hockey Club. How about that? Oh, man. That's all bad. And we have an overtime game. The Detroit Red Wings defeated the Anaheim Ducks 5-4. 5-4 in OT. So, pretty exciting Sunday edition here of NHL action. Some games going on right now. In the final frame, the Chicago Blackhawks are trailing the Toronto Maple Leafs at home 3-2. It's about 13 minutes remaining in that game. You got a 2-2 tie in New York. The New York Islanders are tied up with the Dallas Stars 2-2. Less than 5 minutes remaining in that second period. Just a couple of minutes into the second period in Utah, the Vancouver Canucks have a 1-0 lead. Visiting Canucks leading Utah right now 1-0. And of course, this game is tied up 1 apiece. And that's where we stand as the puck is set to drop in less than 30 seconds. All right. Really quick, something we forgot to cover during our intermission report. My bad, party foul. Face-off summary, baby. Let's take a quick look at the face-off summary for the San Jose Sharks. In that first period, the Sharks, they got 47% of the face-off wins. They are 9 for 19 in that first period. They are 7 for 14, 50% even strength, 2 for 3 on the power play, 67%, 0 for 2 shorthanded, 0% obviously. Let's break it down by zone. In the offensive zone, they're 4 for 6 while even strength, 1 for 4 in the defensive zone on even strength, 0 for 2 while shorthanded. Neutral zone 2 for 4, 50% even strength, while on the power play in the offensive zone, they're 2 for 3. So again, 9 for 19, 47%. Now let's take a quick look at who's contributing to that face-off win percentage. Right now, it's not Will Smith. He's had one opportunity in the face-off dot. Obviously, he's not playing center for the Sharks. He's on the wing. So I imagine even strength, that pretty much meant that Alexander Wenberg was tossed out of the face-off dot, and Will Smith took his spot in the defensive zone during even strength. He did not win that draw, so he's 0 for 1 on the night. Nico Sturm is 1 for 4, 25%. He's had an opportunity to take a face-off in each zone. He's 1 for 2 in the offensive zone, 0 for 1 in the defensive zone and neutral zone. All those face-offs happened during even strength. Luke Cunnin had some face-off duties, shorthanded and on the power play, so all his face-offs came on special teams. Luke Cunnin is 0 for 1 on the power play in the offensive zone, 0 for 2 on the penalty kill in the defensive zone. So 0 for 3 on the night, Luke Cunnin, so far after one period. Fabian Zetterlund is 100%. How about that? Fabian Zetterlund, he's the winger. That was during the power play, so something had to happen with with one of the other 4 forwards or 3 forwards on the 4 forward power play unit. But Fabian Zetterlund won his face-off on the power play in the offensive zone, 1 for 100%. Alexander Wenberg is perfect so far. All even strength, defensive zone and neutral zone face-off win, 2 for 2, 100%. Barclay Goodrow is 1 for 2 in the offensive zone, even strength, 50%. Ty Dellandrea is 1 for 1, even strength in the offensive zone. Macklin Celebrini is 3 for 5, 60%. Even strength is 1 for 1 offensive zone, 0 for 1 in the defensive zone, 1 for 2 in the neutral zone, and 1 for 1 while on the power play in the offensive zone. And that's your face-off summary as we have game on, baby. Game on. Second period is now underway. We got some Flames fans in the chat saying go Flames, so don't blame you. I would be saying that if I was visiting a watch party of an opposing team as well. So glad to have you all here. I appreciate everybody. Let me know where you're watching it from if you're bold enough. That'll be what's up. All right, face-off deep in the Flame zone. Won by Celebrini as we're talking about the face-offs there. Add another face-off win to Celebrini. Was that Celebrini? Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Oh, point blank opportunity for Calgary Flames, but wasn't able to control that puck, really. Georgiev, get in the net, bro. Come on. What the heck? Oh, nice leading pass. Celebrini. Oh, the puck kind of got a little behind him. He has some support now with Eklund. Man, that was almost a great opportunity for Celebrini on a breakaway. That would have been sweet. What's going on? We have someone here. What's up, Go Canucks? All right. Got some Vancouver fans in the house.
I don't see them on the losing side. They be riding for the reason they be genocide. Shoot 'em down, bow, 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 kill 'em dead. Shoot 'em down, got a body by the minute now. I don't see them on the losing side. They be riding for the reason they be genocide. Shoot 'em down, bow, 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 kill 'em dead. Shoot 'em down, got a
Not sure I'm the music fan.
minute now. I don't wanna see you fraternize with the crew. Read my lips, I tell no lies. Me and you, never gonna intertwine.
Thank you to the 70 viewers. We also have 70 viewers on TikTok, so thank you all on TikTok too. Appreciate y'all. All right, Georgiev with the glove.
I don't see them on the losing side. They be riding for the reason they be genocide. Shoot 'em down, bow, 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 kill 'em dead. Shoot 'em down, got a body by the minute now. I don't see them on the losing side. They be riding for the reason they be genocide. Me and you, never gonna intertwine. Now get your ass up out my face, cause I'm about to shine. Do it very well, you know I did it. Raise the bar, they retreat back in their feelings. All of my enemies and frenemies, battle scars. Take my winnings with a motherfucking grain of salt. Salty. I don't see them on the losing side. They be riding for the reason they be genocide. Shoot 'em down, bow, 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 kill 'em dead. Shoot 'em down, got a body by
Dang
the
it.
minute now.
And there's a goal for the Flames.
See 'em on the losing side. They be riding for the reason they be genocide. Shoot 'em down.
All right, so we got a lead for Calgary. 3 minutes and 35 seconds of the second period. Kevin Rooney scores his 4th goal of the season. Oh man, just like that, it's 2-1 for the Flames.
Couple grand on my feet, then my boss shoot. Balenciaga's for my baby, she a boss too. And check the tag, I ain't care what it costs. I'm the life of the party, but you already knew though. Got them all up in my section, they kick it like judo. Turn to the mag, pockets heavy like sumo. I number 2 on track, but they tell me
Looks like the Flames finally got they got the lead. The first lead of the game. Hopefully the Sharks could tie this up and never give them the lead again. Lomberg gets his primary assist, his 5th of the season, 5th assist. I believe it's Pospisil. Correct me if I'm wrong. 16th assist of the season with the secondary. 2-1 Calgary. 3 minutes and 35 seconds in the second period. They lead the Sharks right now 2-1 as we have 5 minutes already passed in this second period. Pardon me. So the Sharks play again tomorrow in Winnipeg. That's going to be a 4:30 face-off time. So if you don't know, we do these live watch-along parties during away games. And, we got a nice, healthy 7-game road trip. This is game 1 of 7. So I'm looking forward, after 2 weeks off of Sharks hockey, to getting together with all of you. As the Sharks, they take on the Jets tomorrow, the Canadians on Thursday. Saturday, they got the Senators. And then another back-to-back next week, the Maple Leafs and the Sabres. And they finish up the road trip in Colorado against the Avalanche. After that, the Sharks have 7 consecutive games at home. So it's gonna be really nice, really unique final quarter of this season. Nice long road trip and a nice long homestand. So let's see where the Sharks end up before April. I know a lot of y'all want to see them kind of maintain that number 1 overall draft selection, but honestly, I wouldn't be mad if they won. They won out. Not the entire season. I mean, that's a tall ask. But I would. If they could end up with like a 2nd, 3rd, maybe even 5th rounder, wouldn't be mad. And to be honest with you, with Mike Greer and his money moves, let's just hypothetically say that the Sharks win half of these 25 games remaining. We'll say like 12. Really quick. Here goes Will Smith on a breakaway. Ooh, Dustin Wolf shuts him down. Let's just say the Sharks win half of these games. Mike Greer and the way he be negotiating, if we don't end up with a top 5 draft pick by the end of the season, who's to say that Mike Greer won't get us in the top 5 come late June when the 2025 NHL entry draft is in LA, right? So let's see what we got, baby. If you haven't done so already, consider following us and subscribing on our YouTube channel. If you don't, you're probably a Vegas Golden Knights fan. Just kidding. That's not even really a diss, right? I mean, just a nice little chirp. Game on. Kind of at a low point of the game right now. A lot of whistles. Someone asks, who scored? For Calgary, Kevin Rooney. Kevin Rooney, 4th of the year. Pretty much the way that went down was the Sharks were unable to clear. It was an even strength goal. Basil, if that's how you say it correctly, pardon me. He won the battle on the boards. It was fed to Lomberg, who took a shot on net. The rebound was buried by Kevin Rooney. So that made it 2-1, just like 3 minutes and 35 seconds into the second period. Kevin Rooney should have been covered by Liljegren, to be honest with you, but Timothy Liljegren abandoned defending the crease and the slot in effort to kind of pinch. I think he was trying to help out Barclay Goodrow against the boards, and he just got caught. He just got caught out of position. Like Barclay Goodrow was, he had Pospisil against the boards, and he ended up winning that battle as Liljegren was skating up, and that pretty much allowed Lomberg to put the shot on net and split essentially Ferraro. Like Ferraro was caught between defending Lomberg or Rooney. Kevin Rooney was there to clean up the rebound on a wide open cage left side of Alexander Georgiev. So 2-1 Calgary as it stands right now. Overall, pretty competitive game, if you ask me. The Sharks have they're keeping up. The shot total, I believe, was 8 at the end of the first period. So they've been able to generate, what is it, six additional shots this period. But it's kind of been all Calgary, to be real with you. They generated 8 shots to make it 20. I believe they ended the period with 12 or 14, so maybe 6 shots as well. Yeah, I think it was 14. They ended the first period, so. But offensive pressure has kind of been all Calgary so far in this second frame. So this is what I was kind of worried about. Let's see what happens. I don't want to speak too soon as the Sharks have pressure. But more often than not, they start the games off really hot, and then they just kind of take the gas off the pedal, or they took their foot off the pedal. They ease up on the gas, and even when they're even strength, they get caught up watching the puck too often. Like right now, they're like, the strategy's collapsing in front of the net. You literally have 4 guys just crowding that net, which gives the entire opposing team the opportunity to just take up as much space and move that puck around in their own zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and oh, here we go. Nice steal deep in the zone by Luke Cunnin. All right, come on, baby. Let's get a goal. So there's just like there's a lot of, I don't want to say hype because that's inaccurate. But the narrative in here is like, oh, Sharks hockey is fun again. And I've put this on record plenty of times. There's nothing fun about losing. It may be exciting to see these guys develop, but there's nothing fun about losing. Okay? So, to wrap it up, as we have in the comment section saying Sharks are going to be scary in the near future, absolutely. But the point I'm trying to make here is, like, the Sharks come out, they start out hot, and then they just kind of go into stealth mode. Pun intended for Sharks fans who know about the Sharks and performing in their stealth jerseys. And it's fun to see individual like accolades be achieved, like today, like with Macklin Celebrini, right? But it's still not enough, in my opinion, to be like, they're more fun to watch. Like, it's exciting, 20 minutes, and then you have the last 11 minutes just kind of like a doozy, right? So all I'm saying is it would be more fun, because it is fun to watch, but it would be more fun if it was more consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like, have that same effort, that same passion, that same as Ryan Rosofsky, head coach of the Sharks, first year head coach of the Sharks, by the way, has once said, that killer instinct. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be nice to see them, like, just consistently play competitive hockey. But we'll see. We still got a whole half of a game ahead of us. But yeah, it's like, I don't know if you want to call it a skill thing, a conditioning thing. Maybe everybody maybe everybody hasn't returned from their trip to Hawaii yet. But you can see it, man. You can see the lack of urgency. And I'd understand if they're out there playing against like a top 10 team. You know what I mean? But as far as the Calgary Flames, they're coming into this game on a 3-game losing streak. And as far as like where they are in the league, they're like right in the middle. Like, they pretty much tied for like 19th or 20th, depending on how you want to look at it. You know what I mean? So technically, yeah, they're a better team. Obviously, everyone's a better team than the Sharks right now, but they're not like one of the best teams, and we've seen how the Sharks can perform against like some of the best in the league. So that's all I'm trying to get at, man. I just wish there was a little bit more consistency, but it is what it is. Maybe they're playing the long game here and they're trying to reserve some of that energy. But yeah, the Sharks are going to be really, really good. How soon or how near in the future? I don't know. It really depends on how quickly the front office wants to utilize this quote-unquote #1 ranked prospect pool that they've accumulated over the last few seasons. It's only going to get stronger at this draft as well. So the real question is, how long before we see all these prospects, become full-time NHLers? And also, let's be real, like with the rising salary cap, how many, solid veterans that we can add to help this young core that Mike Greer is building, develop, so I'm excited for Sharks hockey regardless, man. Win or lose, we don't do ties anymore, but win or lose, always been a solid Sharks fan. So here's a chance. Here's a chance for now the Sharks to tie this bad boy up, as they are now on their second power play of the night. So let's go. Type Shark Attack or leave a Shark emoji in the comment section. Macklin Celebrini's getting kicked out of the face-off dot. He does not like that one bit. Taking his place looks like William Eklund. Calgary controls the puck off the face-off, but Tyler Toffoli wins the battle, gets in the way. Jake Wallman holds the zone. Sharks power play struggling, kind of battling to get possession of that puck. You got Toffoli, Eklund, Celebrini, and Smith out there. So that first power play unit with Jake Wallman at the blue line, and Calgary is able to clear it. All right, here we go again. Take two. Smith dumps it deep and it's cleared out again. This time Wallman's able to intercept the puck, or regain control of the puck rather. Center ice. Celebrini loses control of the puck at the blue line, trying to enter the zone. And that allowed a shorthand opportunity, but thank goodness that shot went wide. Here comes Celebrini again. Drop passes it to Eklund at the point. Eklund takes it to the half wall, or to the wall. Sends it to the point to Wallman. Celebrini now skating backwards to the half wall. Back to the point of Wallman. Wallman to Smith one time. Saved. Jake Wallman blasts from the point, blocked from the traffic, and it's cleared. Pardon me if I sound like I'm doing play-by-play, but I'm waiting for that goal, baby. Let's go. If you want a pro play-by-play, tune into the Sharks Audio Network, listen to Dan Ruzanowski, or watch along like I am with Randy Hahn calling the play-by-play, legendary Randy Hahn. But yeah, the Sharks are trying with that second power play unit out there now to set up their power play to get their strategy going. They're cycling the puck. Come on, it's time to shoot it. Zetterlund shoots. That didn't seem to be a very dangerous shot. That was gloved down by Wolf. And unless the Sharks find a goal off a face-off win in the next 2 seconds, it looks like this power play is over. It looks like the Sharks will go 0 for 3, or pardon me, 0 for 2 on the power play. By the way, Morgan Frost got called for a delay of game, puck over glass at 11:38 here in the second period. Sharks win the faceoff, so at the very least they maintain the offensive pressure. Man, too many shots are hitting bodies. Ooh, nice interception. Great one time by Sturm. Got Wolf right in the kisser. All right, here we go. Sharks fourth line is out there, that check-in line. Dewar and Barclay Goodrow. They have Nico Sturm out there. May have been an odd combination off of that power play effort. But Wenberg is now out there. So that second line's out there. So Will Smith is back on the ice. Shakir Mukmadulin is pinching on the left side. No one sees him. Smith recognizes him, but he elects to go to the point. Shakir Mukmadulin pinching again. Now he's at the half wall. I like Mukmadulin's game so much, to be real with you. Really good. Oh! Zetterlund with a blast, but it hit the iron. Man, hit the post. We heard that baby's ring throughout the arena. Maybe a couple of inches to the left or right, and you got yourself a Sharks goal. All right, here's the time where I say thank you. Big shout out to everybody joining us for this live stream. Nice Sunday night hockey edition for San Jose Sharks. Quick reminder, you can drop a comment on X/Twitter or Twitch. I'll give you a live example right there, so don't be shy. Talk amongst yourselves, ask questions, drop your takes in the comment section. Wherever you're watching this live stream. All right. Sharks are picking it up. So that's what's up. Alright, so less than 5 minutes remaining in this second frame. Calgary Flames have taken the lead. They scored 3 minutes and 35 seconds into this period, so it's been quite the challenge for Sharks here to try to knock this one up, tie it up, but they did have an opportunity on their last power play, and the last shift was Zetterlund ringing one off the post. So let's see if the Sharks could at least enter the second intermission with the tie game here as they build some more offensive pressure. Beautiful. Colin Graff is screening Wolf, and that was almost a great opportunity to score a goal, but Wolf somehow found it, able to make a save. This third line is great. Colin Graff, Nico Sturm, and Luke Cunnin, who takes it from point. Nice shot. Sharks are starting to, that offensive pressure is starting to build. Sharks are getting some quality chances. Now the Flames answer back. Blomberg, who had the primary assist on that goal-ahead goal, brings it in and takes a shot on Georgiev. And even though he was the only one in the zone, with all his linemates were on a line change, somehow he gets the Sharks to commit to an icing. So, man. Dustin Wolf's face mask so much reminds me of Cujo, Curtis Joseph. Honorable mention was probably have to go to Smith for Arizona Coyotes with the Wildy Coyote mask. Oh, here come the Flames. 2-on-1 opportunity. They hit the post. Woo! That's 2 posts. 2 posts in the last 2 minutes here. 1 for San Jose, 1 for Calgary. Henry Thrun elected to... Man. Henry Thrun elected to slide backwards on his belly. And that just cleared that top shelf lane. They hit the post, thank goodness. Flames now able to hold the zone, creating their own offensive pressure here. Sharks are lazily clearing this puck. Thank goodness Zetterlund was there in the slot to intercept that puck, because they had Georgiev scrambling left to right. That looked destined to go in nets if they were to get the shot off. Thank goodness Zetterlund was there to intercept the puck. But right now the Sharks are very undisciplined with that puck. They are clearing without, like, they're sending, when they clear the puck, they're not looking at where they're sending that puck. They're just kind of trying to move the puck toward the blue line outside the zone, and they're not looking to see if there's anyone there. So they're essentially, their clear attempts are going straight into the Flames attackers. So it's something they gotta clean up, man. They gotta clean that up.
I'm way too hype, I'm way too nice. If you came to battle, then it ain't your night. Girlies in the party, dipping that body. Can I come kick it like Mr. Miyagi? Come and get with me, you know I get busy. Champion sound number 1.
Georgiev has been fantastic, by the way. I know a lot of fans like to say what they will about Georgiev, but he's made 22 saves off of 24 shot attempts so far. So he's doing really good. Right. 90 more seconds remaining in this period. So when this period ends, we'll step aside for a couple of minutes. That's your cue to get something to snack on, something to sip on. You gotta use the head, go use the head. But after this final whistle in the second period, when the buzzer sounds for the second intermission, we'll take a couple of minutes, a break. And when we come back, we'll do the second intermission report. There's only one goal to talk about. That was Kevin Rooney's goal, so we'll cover that. We'll take another peek at what's going on around the league, and hopefully we'll be able to watch the Sharks earn a dub. They're 1-8-1 in their last 10 games. Their last victory came against Pittsburgh in the end of January, which sounds dramatic, but this is the Sharks' 4th game in February, because we had that 2-week Four Nations face-off tournament break, which we kind of briefly touched upon at the start of the program. Maybe I'll elaborate a little bit more at the end of the program. I still got some things I want to say about that, but not that serious. It's behind us now, so. But man, looks like the Sharks are going to end this period shorthanded. William Eklund gets called. So they are now on the penalty kill. William Eklund gets called at 18 minutes and 58 seconds for cross-checking. So Sharks cleared the zone. Let's see if, we got About 45 seconds left to kill in this period, so let's see if they can handle. My goodness gracious, the clearing efforts by the Sharks this period are killing me, man. So the Sharks are going to survive. They're going to survive the final minute of this period. But they got about a whole minute remaining on the penalty kill, 58 seconds to be exact, to start off the third period. So, San Jose Sharks right now trail by a score of 2-1. I'm Aaron James, creative at Shark City Hockey, host of this live watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action. The San Jose Sharks are back in action, baby. Sunday night hockey here against the Calgary Flames. Game 1 of a 7-game road trip. Game 2 of the season series. Calgary currently leads the series 1-0. And the only goal scored so far was by rookie sensation Macklin Celebrini. So I'm going to turn up the jams. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes. This is time for your break, fam. So go handle, do what you gotta do. Go get something to munch on, something to sip on. Go use a head if you have to. And we'll be back to talk about the second period. All right, what's up, everybody? Hope you all had a chance to do what you gotta do. Get something to drink, get something to munch on. If you had to use the head, and that's your business. I personally had to go re-up on my V8 energy drinks. So that's what you hear in the background. Let's lower the music here. All right, what is up? Thank you to everybody. 74 of you are chiming in on X/Twitch/YouTube, so I appreciate that. And let's do this. So first and foremost, Sharks will be on the penalty kill to begin the third period. Hence the prompt there. Let's get rid of that for right now as we talk about this this game after 2 periods here. Sounds like Sharks started to come back to life in that final 8-7 minutes, which is great. Fabian Zetterlund rings one off the post, so it could have been a tied game. But Coronado for the Flames also did that just moments after, so it could have been a 3-1 lead for Calgary. So it's all going to come down to the final 20 minutes. After 40, this is where we stand. Shots on goal for the San Jose Sharks, 21. For the Calgary Flames, 27. San Jose has won 60.5% of the face-off wins. So we're just going to round up. Oh, you know what? We'll round down. And we'll call it 60%. All right, that might change. Sometimes it does change. It fluctuates depending on when you access the stats from NHL.com. So before I go further, let's just make sure that's where we're at. But right now it's reported at 60.5. We're going to round down and say 60%. So 17 of 24 face-off wins in that second period for San Jose. So you know the first period is pretty even. All right, so they've won 47%. This second period, they're dominating the face-off circle. So 15 out of 20 on even strength. 1 for 2 while they're on the power play. And 1 for 2 shorthanded just in the second period alone. All right, so grand totals, 26 of 43 for 60%. But again, 71% of the face-off win percentage for the second frame alone. Let's break that down by zone, collectively as a team, and on strength. And then we'll go to which San Jose players have individually contributed to that face-off win percentage throughout the game. All right, so while even strength in the offensive zone, the Sharks are 10 for 15, 67%. Defensive zone, 8 for 12, 67%. And in the neutral zone, 4 for 7, 57%. So that's a total of 22 out of 34 face-off wins in all the zones while on even strength, 65%. While shorthanded, the Sharks are 1 for 4 in the defensive zone. So keep that in mind as the Sharks start off with about a little bit less than a minute, 58 seconds, I believe, of penalty kill time remaining. They haven't been very good while those face-offs go down in their zone shorthanded, 1 for 4, 25%. While on the power play, the Sharks have taken 5 face-offs in the offensive zone, while on the man advantage, 3 for 5, 60%. All right, so again, collectively as a team, the Sharks are 26 for 43 tonight, 60% of face-offs they're winning. The best period that they had so far in the face-off dot was this last period in the second. Will Smith has only taken 1 face-off still throughout this game, 0 for 1. Nico Sturm is 50% tonight, 4 for 8. Luke Cunnin is 1 for 6, 17%. All right. Fabian Zetterlund is perfect, 1 for 1, 100%. That was in the first period. Alexander Wenberg is 7 for 8, 88%. Let's break that down. So he's 2 for 3 in the offensive zone, 4 for 4 in the defensive zone, 1 for 1 in neutral zone. All those faceoffs going down during even strength. Perhaps, head coach Ryan Rosofsky should consider putting him in the faceoff dot while the Sharks are on the penalty kill, especially in that defensive zone. Barclay Goodrow is 1 for 2 on the evening during even strength in the offensive zone, 50%. Ty Dellandrea is perfect in all zones and situations. So let's break that down. He's 7 for 7 tonight, 6 for 6 even strength, 1 for 1 while on the power play. In the offensive zone during even strength, he's 2 for 2, 3 for 3 in the defensive zone, 1 for 1 in neutral zone. Obviously 1 for 1 in the offensive zone while on the power play. So 7 for 7, Ty Dellandrea. Perhaps the San Jose Sharks head coach Ryan Rosofsky should consider putting him in the face-off dot while shorthanded as well to start off this period. Have Wenberg and Ty Dellandrea in that face-off circle if the Sharks have to take a face-off while shorthanded in their own zone. Macklin Celebrini is 5 for 9 tonight, 56%. Doing his best work in the offensive zone. 3 for 4 while even strength, 1 for 1 while on the power play. And William Eklund is 0 for 1. So Eklund got an opportunity while on the power play, the Sharks' last power play that went down in the second period. He got it because Celebrini was thrown out of the faceoff dot. Unfortunately, he didn't win that one. And that's who contributed individually to the Sharks' overall faceoff win percentage in a dot, 60%. All right. So, let's see. Sharks are 0 for 2 on the power play. Calgary Flames are 1 for 3. 15 hits for San Jose, 19 for Calgary. 16 block shots for the Sharks, 18 for the Flames. 8 giveaways for San Jose, 17 for Calgary. 3 takeaways for the Sharks, 4 for the Flames. And after 2 periods, this game is 2-1 in favor of Calgary. In that second period, Morgan Frost got called for delay of game, puck over glass. William Eklund got called for cross-checking against at 18:58. So Sharks will start the third period shorthanded. Only 1 goal was scored. It was Kevin Rooney. We talked about it during the second period, but we're going to just review it one more time for anybody that might be joining us late. Kevin Rooney was pretty much at the right spot at the right time. Pospisil, if I'm saying that correctly, pretty much won a face-off or a boards battle, won a battle against the boards against Barclay Goodrow. That went down almost near the half wall on the right side of Alexander Georgiev. What happened is he got Timothy Liljegren to commit to trying to help Goodrow in that battle. So Liljegren abandoned his post, as they say, but you had Ferraro and Liljegren kind of covering the crease/slot in front of Georgiev. When the puck battle against the boards began, Liljegren went to go help out Goodrow, and what that allowed was essentially Lomberg and Rooney to split Mario Ferraro, who was down there in front of the crease. In many ways, it's kind of Mario Ferraro's fault for letting Lomberg get behind him and skate across the crease to clean up a rebound. So Kevin Rooney scored off of Lomberg's shot. So I hope I said that correctly. So in sequence one more time, Flames win a battle along the boards, against the boards. Flames win a battle against the boards. They take a shot on goal and clean up the rebound. Kevin Rooney gets his 4th goal of the season, 3 minutes and 35 seconds into that second period, and that made it 2-1 Calgary. All right, so let's look at your goal scorers in this game so far this evening. Let's get that a little bit wider for y'all so you can see it. So those are your goal scorers tonight. 3 goals scored. Macklin Celebrini is in sole possession of the number 4 spot in all-time rookie scores. He just passed Milan Mahalik. Still chasing Pat Falloon. Pat Falloon has been holding it down since 1991-92 for most points. I believe it was 56. Correct me if I'm wrong. We talked about it earlier. But he's not too far away. He has like 41 points so far in the season. So I would expect that. I know a lot of people are paying attention to the Calder Memorial Trophy race, which, by the way, we have 2 candidates in this game, Celebrini and Calgary Flames goaltender Dustin Wolf. I believe Celebrini has 2 goals on Wolf now, this being the second game between both clubs, second of a 4-game season series. But back to the point, I know a lot of fans are kind of paying attention to the Calder Memorial Trophy race, but for me personally, I am paying attention to that all-time rookie points leader, I guess is the best way to say it. That's the first and foremost thing I'm paying attention to. I want to see Celebrini break that record that has stood since the inaugural season, since the San Jose Sharks first came into the league in 1991-92. Pat Falloon has held that record. It's crazy. So I want to see Celebrini break that record first, and then hopefully he could be the second San Jose Shark in franchise history to take home a Calder Memorial Trophy. Obviously, the only other player in Sharks franchise history to win that trophy is Yevgeny Nabokov. So, Yevgeny Nabokov was a franchise goaltender. Unfortunately, as great as he was, he never got us into the Stanley Cup Finals. Not saying that that's what's going to happen with Celebrini, but the point I'm trying to tell you is he was a franchise player. So if Macklin Celebrini could win the Calder Memorial Trophy, I think it's going to kind of solidify his status of being a franchise player. So let me see. I'm trying to retrieve the record. Gotta scroll down my Instagram page for that graphic I created a couple of months ago, which is now a good time to say follow us across the board on social media at Shark City Hockey. You could subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're catching the live stream, or if you're catching the rewind for this live watch along party with real-time reaction to the action. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching us on X, like the majority of you hockey fans out there in Sharks territory are, and you haven't followed us on X yet, don't be shy. Go ahead and hit that follow button. And if you want to be a part of a great hockey community and want to have access to our original content, the most, in my opinion, relatable and definitely the most how do I say this, inspirational fan-led content, influential, there you go, fan-led content. Check us out on Instagram at Shark City Hockey. So where is that? I believe it's 56. I just want to make sure I'm reporting it correctly. I shared it earlier. But while I look for that, why don't you all take a look at the league scores? See what's going on around the league. And I'll chime in a minute. Well, game on. My bad. This intermission took a little bit longer than I anticipated. I'll get that answer to y'all in a minute. Okay, I stand corrected. So 59 points is the record for most points by a rookie player in franchise history. 59 points. Good news, Sharks fans, is Macklin Celebrini. Oh, speaking of which, my bad. Almost had an opportunity there to score. Macklin Celebrini is on a pace to score 73 points. I think that's a tall ask. I don't know if it's going to happen. That was more of an 82 game pace. Obviously, you know, he's only played 46 games this season, including this one. And, you know, he has 41 points, 18 goals, 23 assists, 18th goal scored today. But, you know, he's 16 points away from tying that record. 17 points away from from getting the lead. You know what that means, baby. Sharks score a goal. Yeah, buddy. Tyler Toffoli gets the game-tying goal for the San Jose Sharks. It's his 21st goal of the season, scored at 1 minute and 54 seconds into the third period. William Eklund gets his 30th assist, of the season, and Shakir Mukhamadullin gets his first assist of the season. Is that Mukhamadullin's first point as a San Jose Shark? Not as a Shark, I mean of the season. No, he scored a goal, so that would be his second point of the season. So he's had a goal and now he has an assist. But how about that, baby? Tie game. I'll try something different. Actually, let's go to the tried and true. Yeah, buddy. Tie game. I like it. So the scoring has been happening, with the exception of that first period with that late. Actually, I take that back. So the scoring has been happening early. So the first period, goal was scored 3 minutes and 41 seconds in. Second period, 3 minutes and 35 seconds in for the leading goal. So the exception of that first period where Calgary scored a goal 7 minutes in. And then now this one with the minute 45. The trend has been the goals have been coming right off of the opening face-off of each period. So let's hope that the Sharks now could, find a lead here or find a way to gain the lead. But I love it, man. Tyler Toffoli, 21st goal of the season, assisted by William Eklund, 30th assist of the year, and Shakir Mukhamadullin, first assist of the season. That 30th assist of the season is a career high. William Eklund. I mean, that goes without saying. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, so per Randy Hahn on the San Jose Sharks broadcast, Timothy Liljegren hasn't taken a shift since late in that second period. He's not on the bench right now, so the Sharks have 5 defensemen. So this will be very interesting to see how Ryan Rosofsky edits the lines. Maybe Jake Wallman takes double shifts. Maybe Shakir Mukhamadolan could take some extra shifts. Maybe we get a forward out there. Maybe we do a power play unit and go 4 forwards for one of the lines. Who knows? Right now the Sharks have other things to worry about, such as clearing the zone and generating some more offense. That was a great opportunity. I mean, that was great. So the Sharks, obviously, they start out the period by killing off the penalty committed by William Eklund at the end of the second period. And what does Eklund do? He goes out there and sets up a goal. That's what's up. All right, Celebrini, Eklund, Toffoli. That 70s line is out there. Toffoli steals it away. Woo! He tried to get an Eklund, but it was intercepted. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Sharks struggling to clear the zone. Good thing Georgiev gloved it down. We're going to get a TV timeout, which will be helpful for the Sharks because Calgary was kind of having their way right there for a little bit. All right, well, this is the fun part, right? This is why the games have been more fun. We like to see these guys get competitive. Now let's see if the trend continues or if the trend is over. Sharks usually start off hot and they start to cool down and they start to kind of like take the foot off the gas pedal there. So hopefully, you know, they could keep it rolling. I was mentioning in that second period how their strategy was like 4 players collapsing the net while one of them kind of like challenges in the defensive zone. Sharks definitely got to try to change up that strategy, that's for sure. So we'll see, you know, also we'll see exactly what kind of strategy Ryan Rosofsky rolls with because they're down a defender. They're out there with 5 defensemen. So it's definitely going to make for an interesting 13 minutes remaining here. So we're almost halfway through this third period. And, Calgary Flames are coming into this game off of a 3-game skid. They've lost their last 3 games, while the Sharks have only 1 victory in their last 10. They're 1-8-1, with their last victory coming at home against the Pittsburgh Penguins back in January 27th. So they're coming to this game on a 4-game losing skid. So here we go, baby. Game on. Let's do this. Oh, come on. That is so cheap. That's such bullshit. Come on. They're going to get Nico Sturm for tripping up Kadri. Such BS. So Sturm gets his stick in between Kadri's legs, but to me it looked like Kadri kind of squeezed his legs together around the stick and then fell. Of course, I'm seeing it through the lens of a San Jose Sharks fan, but nonetheless, that was some bullshark. Soft call. Doesn't matter. Sharks are on the PK, on the penalty kill. Calgary has converted 1 of their 3 previous opportunities way back in the first period, courtesy of the guy that just got the call for the Flames, Nazem Kadri. So Nico Sturm at 7 minutes and 4 seconds in the third period gets called for tripping. Sharks are on the PK, and they clear it. There you go, baby. That's what's up. Go Sharks. How about Georgiev with 30 saves tonight? And great glove save right there. Make that 31. Fantastic tonight, man. Alexander Georgiev. So far, these first 47 minutes, he has a .939 save percentage, baby. Almost 94%. Randy Hahn just updated the Sharks fan base that Timothy Liljegren will not return to tonight's game. So with 12 minutes remaining, including this penalty kill, Sharks will have to finish this game with just 5 defensemen. Woo! Calgary is looking dangerous right now on this power play, but I like the Sharks penalty kill. I like it right now because they're committing to the hip of their assignments. So they have like a small box kind of clogging up that slot, which is, the spot in between both the face-off circles in front of the net. But they are hip for hip on their assignments. I like that. Only allowing one guy to kind of just carry the puck and choose to either fire it into traffic or, elect to try to move it around. But here comes Barclay Goodrow short-handed, shoots it, and the Sharks are able to draw a penalty. It looks like Ty Dellandrea is able to draw a penalty from Coleman. I don't think he likes that. He's throwing his glove into Delandria's face. I think he's trying to get him to retaliate to maybe even it up, but nonetheless, the penalty is over for the San Jose Sharks. And in just moments, they will be on the power play. So, gotta love it. Looks like the call is hooking. 9 minutes, exactly 9 minutes into this third period, Blake Coleman gets called for hooking. It's 4-on-4 hockey for 5 seconds, and then the San Jose Sharks will be on a power play. So let's just go ahead and throw that graphic up now, baby. Type chomp chomp our Shark attack into the comment section, and let's see if we can get our boys to score a power play goal here. Sharks win the face-off 4-on-4, so they control the puck in the offensive zone. Now they are officially on the power play. They allow Will Smith to jump on the ice. Now it's 5-on-4. Celebrini's out there. Jake Wallman, Eklund, into Foley. That first power play line unit. Celebrini shoots! Oh! He hit the freaking crossbar. Third post of the evening. Second for the Sharks. Power play unit operating now in Calgary zone. Celebrini faked the one-timer. Sharks cycling this puck. Almost a minute has gone by. They got to get some more pucks on the net, baby. Come on. This is an opportunity right now, midway through this period. Just 10 minutes remaining in this game. Let's get a goal, boys. Let's get a goal. Come on, Celebrini, shoot. Oh, it's a Foley with the redirect chance down low, but that was easily handled by Dustin Wolf. Someone said needed the Flames to win by 2, killed my parlay. I'll be real with you, man. There's a lot of people that join this watch party and they win when the Sharks do not when the Sharks aren't winning games. More often than not, people, they're winning their parlays. So it's been 2 weeks since some hockey. It's been 10 games practically. 4 games since a dub for the Sharks fans. So dang, man, feeling for you, but at the same time, I'm going for these guys to get the dub. Gotta get the dub. There we go, Celebrini with Smith. Oh, Smith was unable to get the puck. Less than 30 seconds remaining on this penalty. Sharks into the zone. Oh, Luke Cunningham with the spinorama backhanded attempt. There go the Calgary Flames playing that wolf howl. I cannot stand it. I'm going to tell you right now, I cannot stand it, man. That is the Arizona Coyotes goal horn. All right, signature Arizona Coyotes goal horn sound. I cannot stand hearing the wolf howl. Now I know it's a wolf versus coyote, but you know what I'm saying, man. It sounds it's almost the same, almost identical. Tomato, vase, vas. I can't stand it, but nonetheless, the Sharks are not having themselves a good night on special teams when they have the man advantage. Now 0 for 3 on the evening on the power play. So, damn. Let's see if we get this one at even strength. Here comes Wenberg with Kunin and Zetterlund. Sharks operating in the offensive zone. Luke Cunningham kind of struggling to handle the puck at the half wall, even though no one's challenging him. Alex Wenberg elects to skate. Ooh, what a nice pass. Alexander Wenberg, that was really weird. He elected to skate through 3 Calgary Flames high in the zone, almost near the point, rather than take the open ice that was right there in the slot. great effort by Nico Sturm. He was thrown to the ice while he had the puck, but while on his knees, progresses the puck forward into Calgary's zone. Calgary does clear it, by the way, so the Sharks are resetting in their own zone. Zone entry is mishandled by Sturm, turns it over. Now here come the Flames. Woo! What a hit by Ty Dellandrea, baby! Yeah! Clean open ice hit. Oh, they didn't like that. And now they throw a punch to Dellandrea. That's gotta be a penalty. Either way, there's a response from the Sharks team. Goodrow's in there. Sturm is in there. Connor Zary got thrown to the ice cleanly. And I gotta see who it is. But they freaking just went after Dellandrea right after that. And then, or was it Sturm that they went after? But nonetheless, really cheap play from Calgary right there, and they're going to pay for it as the Sharks are going to have their 4th power play tonight. And this one is critical. Sharks absolutely need to score. All right, what's up, everybody? Let's update the live count here. Thank you all to everyone, for all of you for joining me here tonight. Sunday night hockey. San Jose Sharks are currently tied up with the Calgary Flames. It's the first time we've had some Sharks hockey since the beginning of the month. 2 weeks off for that Four Nations face-off exhibition tournament. I'm so happy that the San Jose Sharks are back. And you know what? This has been a good one. The second period was kind of, a little bit slow, but the first period and this third period have definitely made up for it, man. First period was great. This third period is everything you can ask for in a hockey game. Competitive, back and forth. Obviously, we get the game-tying goal within the first 2 minutes, and we're having a second opportunity right now on the power play. Sharks are taking some great open ice checks on their opponents, and they are getting the Flames to commit penalties. So right now, Sharks are in control of this game. They have to score on this power play and put this one away. Looking at the money puck deserved to win O-meter. Right now, they're giving it to Calgary. 60% makes 0 sense. Sharks need to score this one. They need to score this one. What the puck is going on? Okay. Mikhail Backlund got called for roughing against Ty Dellandrea. As we mentioned, Ty Dellandrea had a great open ice hit, and then Backlund retaliated. But for some reason, they're calling Ty Dellandrea for holding, so the Sharks aren't on the power play. It's 4-on-4. That is straight bull shark. Absolute bull shark. How the heck did Ty Dellandrea get called for holding? Mikhail Backlund obviously was instigating there, trying to, make up for that perfectly legal, perfectly clean hit. But why are they calling Ty Dellandrea for holding? I have no idea. That makes 0 sense. Bull shark. Absolute bull shark. Alright, so Ty Dellandrea now, just to add some more drama to this whole sequence, is being taken out of the penalty box. His penalty is going to be served by Fabian Zetterlund, and now he's going through concussion protocol. Todd Dellandrea slapping his stick against the wall on his way to the locker room, understandably, because not only was he unjustly called for a holding penalty, but now they're making him leave the game for concussion protocol. This is some bullshit. All right, so a lot of open ice out there. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. Calgary Flames looking to set up in the Sharks zone right now. This is some BS. Come on, boys, play some defense, giving Huberdeau all the time in the world to set up, spin, and put a shot on Georgiev. Clear that screen. Gosh. Killing me, man. This is some bull shark from the refs. Absolutely bull shark. Joel Hanley gets his first goal of the season at 13 minutes and 28 seconds while 4-on-4. Assisted by Huberdeau, 21st of the season, and Kadri, 22nd of the season. 3-2 Calgary Flames lead over the Sharks at 13 minutes and 28 seconds into the third period. Mr. The gentleman who was in our chat earlier saying that they needed the Flames to win by 2. How dare you? Damn it. Come on, Sharks. Your parlay's back alive. Anyways. Come on, man. To be real with you, that was a horrible effort that last shift for the Sharks. They just allowed the Calgary Flame to have their way. But honestly, this should have been a Sharks power play. I mean, it is what it is. But come on. That was some BS. Some bull shark. All right, pardon the silence there. Just kind of taking to social media to vent my frustrations. Oh man! So if you want to follow us on our microblog, and if you want to, follow us on X, which is home to Shark City Hockey live streams, watch along parties, and fan-led content, make sure you follow us at Shark City Hockey. Of course, for the most influential, inspirational, fan-led content and home to our content, follow us on Instagram for most relatable Sharks fan-led content. Follow us on Instagram at Shark City Hockey. If you happen to be one of the few, I'll call it how it is, I'll admit it. A lot of our viewers in the watch party do come from our pardon Sebastian James Barkey there, making some noise in the back. But back to what I was trying to say. A lot of our viewers do join us on X. But for those of you that are on YouTube, I see you and I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to us, please do so. And if you're watching us on Twitch, I also see you as well, and on TikTok. So thank you to everybody for making Shark City Hockey live streams the number one trending live streams in Sharks territory. Of course, the number one trending live streams that are fan-led and made for you, Sharks fans and hockey fans out there. All right, pardon SJ Barkey there as he's kind of voicing his frustrations as well with the way this game has been officiated. But we still got 43 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey left and about 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Sounds like Sharks definitely need to freaking tie this game up. Here we go. I mean, Sharks got about a dozen seconds remaining before it's 5-on-5. And I'd say we're a few minutes away from checking the, or watching the the goalie crease. I started stumbling there because there was almost a prime opportunity for the Flames to bury another one right there on the rush. So 5 minutes remaining in regulation. I anticipate that in the next 2 minutes, maybe 3, we'll have to be on the goalie watch. We'll see if Alexander Georgiev will be pulled with a few minutes remaining if the Sharks cannot tie this game up. And Sharks in this game on a 4-game losing streak. The Flames on a 3-game losing streak. It's been a long time for both fan bases, specifically Sharks fans. It's been a long time since they've been able to watch their team since the Four Nations face-off break, and it feels like it's been even longer for Sharks fans since they've won. Eklund, nice spinorama move. Centers didn't. Oh, Luke Cunnin didn't get it. Celebrini, Luke Cunnin, and Eklund are out there right now. Celebrini fighting through 2 defenders, trying to get possession of the puck. But the Flames clear. Here we go, baby. It's crunch time. It's chomp time. Let's go, Sharks. How dare you howl in our comment section. Come on, baby. Let's go. Toffoli now. Eklund sends it to the point. Thompson's there. Sends it across the blue line. And Run turns it over. And there come the Flames. Boy, oh boy. Woo! That was so close. Unfortunately, I don't think Luke Cunnin was anticipating the centering pass from William Eklund. Great individual effort by Eklund with that spinorama passing move. Spin deke, as they would call it. But I don't think Luke Cunnin was ready. And honestly, he wasn't in a prime position to really tap it home anyways. I know Eklund is trying, to pull all the tricks out of the bag there, but may have been better off just throwing that on the freaking net than doing all that spinning motion. There was really no one there to spin deke anyways. They weren't committing the body to him. Damn it. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Henry Thrun commits his second penalty of the game. Getting called for delay of game. Puck over the glass. Henry Thrun gets the first penalty of the game, and he very well may have got the last penalty of the game. 2 minutes and 56 seconds remaining. The Sharks have a 2-minute penalty to kill. Henry Thrun commits a delay of game penalty, puck over glass at 17 minutes and 4 seconds of the third period. The Sharks are going to need some shorthanded heroics here, because right now the Flames could easily just not even try to freaking attempt to score on this one. They have the man advantage until the final minute of the game. I imagine they're going to go for it all. Here we go. 2-on-1 opportunity. Goodrow, Ferraro, Graf tries to join the effort. They got to skate back, but it's cleared. Okay. Jake Wallman, that was a beautiful opportunity. The Sharks sent all-out attack on the penalty kill right now. Graf, Ferraro, and Luke Cunnin trying to bury a puck, but they just weren't able to connect after they entered the zone with the passing. Wallman with the turnover at the blue line, and Georgiev bails him out. All right, here we go, fam. Less than 2 minutes. So after regulation, you know, hopefully the Sharks will tie this one up and force overtime. Here's an opportunity, shorthanded. Wenberg shoots. Oh, he just misses the top left corner. He looked like he was going top shelf. Alexander Wenberg with a great opportunity, shorthanded. So far, this has kind of been all San Jose, even though Calgary's on the power play. Georgiev, get in the net. My bad. The second time Georgiev got caught, like, struggling handling the puck in the trapezoid. All right. Less than a dozen seconds here. Sharks are going to probably kill this penalty. And I imagine we're going to see Georgiev head to the bench. And yes, he does. Oh, Eklund misses an opportunity. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Another penalty to San Jose with 48 seconds. The refs are just giving this game to the freaking Flames, dude. This is effing ridiculous. That's some bullshit. So Willem Eklund commits his second penalty of the game. So I stand corrected. Eklund will get the last penalty of this game unless the Calgary Flames commit a penalty. But this is so frustrating. Specifically because the Sharks they got robbed the power play opportunity. Let's be real. They got robbed the power play opportunity. Ty Dellandrea should have got the call, but instead it was a double minor. It was a minor to both teams. It's so stupid. But Willem Eklund gets called for slashing against Jonathan Huberdeau, and damn, that's it. 48 seconds remaining. The clock's slide. Face-off's going to be deep in the Shark zone. And that'll probably do it. Hopefully the Sharks have another effort short-handed here in this final minute, like they did in the last penalty kill. Still, Bruni trying to make it happen. He chips a puck out, battling, race for it. Bro, I cannot believe the game's going to end like that. On the refs' whistles. Referees are wearing red and yellow tonight, Sharks fam. Final seconds, last effort for San Jose. Final seconds, they got to get it on net. Shot saved by Dustin Wolf, and that is going to more than likely do it. Just 1.5 seconds left. Oh, wow, what a game. They're going to drop this puck, and unless we can win it and blast it immediately off the face-off, it ain't going to happen. But, you know, we'll see. It ain't over till it's over, baby. Okay, they put a 3.3 seconds. So 0.3 of a second. Sharks are going to call a timeout just to prolong this game a little bit longer. But we'll see. So let's see what we got. I'm going to take off the graphic for the penalty kill, because at this point we just need to score or else this game's over. with 1.8 seconds remaining. Damn it. All right, here we go. I guarantee this is just going to be a tie-up, and that's it. Calgary wins the face-off, and they win the game. Calgary Flames take a 2-0 lead on the season series. The next time these two squads will get together will be in April 7th and April 13th. San Jose Sharks continue the skid. They've lost the last 5 games. They got no time to think about what went down tonight because tomorrow they are right back at it. As of what I'm looking at right now, a 4:30 scheduled face-off in Winnipeg against the Jets. San Jose Sharks lose to the Calgary Flames 3-2. I want to say a quick shout out to everyone joining me right now for this live watch-along party across YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, X, formerly known as Twitter. Yep. Appreciate you all. Man, that one stings. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. So, there it is, man. There's your final 3-2. Game-winning goal is scored by Joel Hanley, pardon me. His first goal of the season. The only oh man. My bad. 4-on-4. Pretty much, Sharks got caught watching, man. That 4-on-4 play, Sharks got caught watching. Plain and simple. I mean, you had both defenders, Liljegren and Wallman, committing to the screen in front of Georgiev during 4-on-4. That left Joel Hanley wide open to snap it home. So game-winning goal scored at 13:28. Let's go over the box score here really quick. Let's go over the stats. First of all, I just want to say, stick taps to Georgiev. This definitely is on him. He finished the evening with 33 saves, 2 even strength goals against, 1 power play goal against, but he ended the evening with a .917 save percentage. Honestly, I thought he was one of the best players for the San Jose Sharks tonight. I really do. Macklin Celebrini, of course, got the scoring started for the San Jose Sharks, making it 1-0 in the first period. Let's bring up your goal scorers since we're talking about them. So Macklin Celebrini got his 18th of the season. He now is the 4th ranked all-time rookie scorers in San Jose Sharks franchise history. He's obviously still chasing the Calder Memorial Trophy and still chasing Pat Balloon with 59 points in his rookie season way back in 1991-92, the inaugural year. So, Macklin Celebrini has 41 points on the season. What is that? 18 points away from tying it, 19 from setting the record. 24 games remaining. So we'll see if it gets done. But nonetheless, Dustin Wolf gets the victory. A lot of NHL fans, especially in Calgary, are saying that he deserves to have his name in the conversation of being a Calder Memorial Trophy or candidate at the very least. But Macklin Celebrini, man, started the goal scoring. Tyler Toffoli had a multi-point night. He got a primary assist on Celebrini's goal with his 17th assist of the season, and he got the second goal for the Sharks in the third period, his 21st of the year. Jake Wallman, it was great to see him get the secondary assist on that first goal in the first period, 24th of the year. Nazem Kadri got his 20th goal on the power play, and that was really the difference, to be real with you. Special teams tonight. Special teams, man, was a big difference. Obviously, the Sharks, or I guess penalties, I guess a better way of saying, it definitely, definitely dictated tonight's game. San Jose did not convert on any of their power plays. It was 0 for 3 tonight, whereas Calgary Flames were able to convert on 1 of 6 penalties called. 3 penalties that were taken in the final freaking 8 minutes of the game. 2 of them which led to a power play against or a penalty kill for the Sharks. 1 that was sus, called against Ty Dellandrea, which should have been a power play awarded to the Sharks because Mikhail Backlund retaliated against him for having a clean open ice hit. Literally freaking rushed him, hit him, punched him, and they called holding on Ty Dellandrea. Anyways, but nonetheless, undisciplined hockey. That third period, man, the Sharks were called for 3 penalties. Now, William Eklund, his slashing against Jonathan Huberdeau, if I'm saying that correctly, pardon me if I'm not, at 19:11 in that final minute, he also got a misconduct. At least that's what it's showing on NHL.com. But nonetheless, William Eklund, 2 penalties tonight. Henry Thrun, 2 penalties tonight. Jake Wallman with the penalty. And Nico Sturm with the penalty. Ty Dellandrea with the sus call for holding. But yes, undisciplined hockey really destroyed the Sharks tonight, especially in the final half of that third period. All right, so let's go to some more scores here. So Kevin Rooney helped give the Calgary Flames a 2-1 lead after 2 periods. The only goal scored in that second period, his 4th of the season. Tyler Toffoli did tie it up with just a minute and 54 seconds into the third period, 21st of the year. William Eklund, even though he got those penalties, he got his 30th assist tonight. That is a career high. So stick taps to William Eklund. Shakir Mukhamadullin got his first assist of the season with the Sharks. He has 2 points on the season now. Pardon me. Previously scoring his first goal with San Jose earlier during the first time he was called up. So Joe Hanley will be awarded with the game-winning goal, his first goal of the season. And Kadri also has a multi-point night for Calgary. So he is your first star of the game with his 2 points. Hanley being the game-winning goal, his first goal of the season, is your second star. And the San Jose Sharks get the third star with Tyler Toffoli, 2 points, a goal, and an assist. But yeah, that was tough. That was tough, man. Unfortunately, the Sharks kind of defeated themselves in that final frame. So let's just go over the box score one more time here. So what you have is shots on goal total. San Jose Sharks 29, Calgary Flames 36. That's what I'm saying. 33 saves for Georgiev, man. Sharks could have done a lot more to help prevent at least 2 of those goals. That's for sure. 56.9% of the face-offs with San Jose's way, 43.1% for Calgary. We're not going to go into the face-off summary tonight, or for the final of the game. No point in going over the battles at this point. The game is over. 24 total minutes for the San Jose Sharks, man. Ridiculous. 8 for Calgary. 22 hits for San Jose, 23 for Calgary. It was very physical tonight. Very physical. Both teams kind of going all out after, a long break. 23 blocked shots for the San Jose Sharks, 20 for the Calgary Flames. Not so much block shots as much as just shooting into the opponent. The bodies were there in the shooting lane, and that contributed to the blocked shots total. Pardon me. Giveaways: San Jose 12, Calgary 18. Takeaways for the Sharks 5, 4 for the Flames. So again, Calgary does lead the season series 2-0. They defeated the Sharks 3-1 on December 28th in San Jose. This is the first time they got together at Calgary, and they just defeated the Sharks 3-2. Next time they get together, as I mentioned not too long ago, the 7th and the 13th of April. The 7th will be played at the Shark Tank in San Jose, and then the season series will close in Calgary on April 13th. Man, what a game. What a game. Well, as I said, San Jose Sharks fans and players do not have much to. You can't just no time to dwell on what happened in this game. They will be right back at it tomorrow when they take on the Winnipeg Jets. So, more than likely, anticipate Vitek Vanacek will get his the nod to start in net, and we'll see what's going down with Timothy Liljegren. Timothy Liljegren did leave the game in the second period and did not return. He apparently was injured, so we will have to, see how that's going. However, San Jose Sharks do have Pickles, Mark-Edward Vlasic, with them on this trip, so if needed, he'll be good to go tomorrow night in Winnipeg. San Jose Sharks, 24 games remaining on the season, fam. 24 games. For those of you who are a part of Team Tank, you're happy because they are keeping a hold on that number one overall, best odds at number one overall selection, pardon me. Right now, they are at 15, 36, and 7. So let me do my math here. 2, 4, 24, as I mentioned, 24 games remaining. We are in the final quarter of the 2024-25 season. Sharks are on a 7-game road trip to end February and begin March, and then all of March, man, 7 consecutive games at home. So it's gonna be fun. We'll see how this rookie season for Celebrini Smith ends. We'll see how the story ends. But right now, the Sharks, man, they're making the case to be the worst team in the league again, unfortunately. Which for some of you is like, hey, man, let's get number one overall again. Why not? I wouldn't mind. I was in Vegas for the draft to see Macklin Celebrini get drafted number one overall this past summer. More than likely, I will be in LA for the 2025 draft. And if the Sharks win number one overall again, because they are allowed to do it at least 2 years in a row, then I'm all for it as well. So yeah, that was fun. That was great. Finally, fun to see some real hockey that counts. Of course, the last 2 weeks, the league has been on vacay because of the Four Nations Face-Off tournament. I'd asked this at the start of the program. We were kind of talking about it, and I did say that I'll go into it a little bit more in detail about the Four Nations Face-Off tournament this past 2 weeks. Overall, I give it a B+ grade. I do enjoy the competitiveness. All right, but I'll tell you why I give it a B+. Number one, it's an exhibition tournament, so to me it seemed like a very overhyped like preseason, right? Like that's exactly what it felt like to me. Now, granted, it was the first time we've had in a long time to see the best versus the best, right? But on that note, I feel like in many ways this was a tournament or a showcase put on to kind of give Team Canada, you all gonna hate me for this one, this take at least. To me, I feel like this tournament was just like a showcase for Team Canada to kind of, gloat about being the quote-unquote best hockey team in the world, despite only facing 3 other national teams. Not even really national teams. This is National Hockey League. It wasn't international. It wasn't World Juniors. It wasn't Olympic. This is an in-season tournament, an exhibition. But to me, I felt like, at first, let me progress through this. At first, it felt gimmicky. I'm not going to lie. I also felt like a lot of countries got snubbed. If you want to do some best on best and truly call this international competition, other countries should have been allowed to join, or at least the NHL should have had other countries represented in this, is a better way of saying it, because again, this is an international tournament. It's an exhibition. I enjoyed it because I think, being, I served the military, so I'm a Navy veteran, but, having that national pride. So, those of you who are, whether you're Team Sweden, Team Finland, Team Canada, or Team USA, I think the best thing out of this was a national pride, being able to see, get behind your country. I thought that was kind of cool. And I think where it helped hockey, specifically in the United States and in this market, was that, it may have introduced people to the game that otherwise may have not tuned in. On top of that, it got everyone talking about hockey. It really did. And I thought that part was cool. I thought it was kind of cool to see, the United States win that first game against Canada. It's a shame that they didn't win the second game, the quote-unquote championship. At the same token, we've had the Cup for over 3 decades here on, in our home soil, teams on our home soil, so I could care less about that. I already know the counter-argument is the majority of Canadian players on the American Stanley Cup winning teams, would essentially make that argument or sentiment void. But hey, it is what it is, man. National championship, Four Nations face-off championship it's exhibition. It doesn't count. It's a over-glorified preseason, in my opinion. Not to say it didn't do anything, not to say it wasn't cool, but I was just counting the days back to Sharks hockey. Unfortunately, the Sharks didn't win tonight, so it is what it is. I did say at the top of the program that the one thing I didn't care for so much is that it was starting to get politicized. And I get why, and I'm not going to go into the details of that, but to me, that kind of superseded what was going down in the tournament. Not all the way, but you could see it. And I'm all about sportsmanship. There's healthy competition, but then there's just, toxicity. And it was being brought out of a lot of people that I follow, people in the hockey community, some people that, some people, again, I feel like, I'm all about the sportsmanship, not the, not politicizing it. But nonetheless, people talked about it. It was politically charged. I could care less about that. And on that note, I think that was the one other reason why I kind of gave it a B+, because even though it was fun to, get behind your country and cheer them on, this kind of really felt like the North American face-off tournament than it really did like Four Nations. Let's just be honest. All right, so, congrats to Team Canada on winning it. But, and is it something they should do again? Probably. Is it something that they should open up to more countries? Absolutely. But is it something that's absolutely necessary? I don't know. I think if anything, this goes to show you that the NHL needs to allow its athletes to compete in more international events, right? Because if I'm mistaken, they weren't allowed to compete in the last Olympics. I may be fuzzy on that, but it's been a while. So I think that's why this was such a big deal, is because, the National Hockey League needs to allow their players to compete in international events. I think that's what you should learn out of this. The other thing why I give it a B+ and why I call it a North American face-off than like Four Nations is because that first game against USA and Canada, those 3 scripted fights I know it was supposed to be super hyped, but to me, I could care less about that aspect of the game. I like the fights, but dude, it's obvious that it was scripted. They said it on the last broadcast during the Four Nations game. They said why they probably said as they say the quiet part out loud, but they did say why was they did ask a question, they big question, why wasn't the 3 scripted fights? They called it scripted fights. So it was pretty obvious that they were out there. Now you could call it getting behind your country, you could call it about booing stuff. I don't want to get into the politically charged part of this, because again, that part of it kind of like watered it down for me. Maybe kind of care less. But to me, that's the gimmick part that I didn't care for. That's how I say it was kind of gimmicky. It was pretty obvious that those 3 fights were scripted. And quite frankly, they're not fights if no one's landing their strikes, okay? If you're throwing a strike and you're missing, if you're throwing a strike and the side of your fist grazes the helmet, or you're hitting the shoulder pad, that's not a fight. If you drop the gloves and you immediately wrestle to the ground, that's not a fight. Or to the ice. So, nonetheless, overall, I really enjoyed it. It got me hyped for hockey. It got me on my NHL 25 video game playing, Team USA versus Team Canada. I liked it. It was pretty dope. And the threads were clean. The hockey jerseys were nice and detailed, really good. And obviously they're a hot commodity because they sold out, right? I've seen people in the hockey community sharing links to team stores like the Florida Panthers or the New York Rangers to cop themselves a jersey of their, team that they, their home country, because they are selling out like that. But so overall, I think, it was a positive thing for hockey, but at the same token, like, there's some aspects of it that were either gimmicky or, politically charged, and the sportsmanship on the fan side of it wasn't something I could care less about. And the fact that there's no sharks. So, maybe if they do this again in a couple of seasons and you got Celebrini and Will Smith and others on the Sharks roster, like William Eklund, who definitely was snubbed this season. If you got those guys representing, maybe, I'll feel a little bit more invested. But overall, do I think you need a 2-week long tournament that could potentially risk some of our star players? Absolutely not. I think overall the lesson to be learned here is that the NHL needs to allow its players to compete in international hockey events. And I don't call this Four Nations exhibition tournament an international hockey event because it's only 4 nations, right? So, congratulations to Canada. Kind of reminds me of that meme of the guy who's biting the gold medal, popping the champagne, flipping off people, but he's like at the very bottom of the podium, like last. That's what it felt like. You all got your Four Nations tournament trophy, but for the last 30 plus years, you have the Stanley Cup staying in the United States. So, if Canadian players are there, if the majority of Canadian players, so be it. But nonetheless, Stanley Cup belongs in the U.S. So, anyways, all I care about is the Stanley Cup, not an exhibition trophy. All right. So, overall, I thought it was cool. But again, B+. I don't think it was like the most amazing thing ever. It's definitely being rizzed up, glazed up, definitely being hyped up. But overall, I think it had a positive impact, for growing the game, which is all that matters. So yeah, you let me know if you think it should continue. But that's my take on the Four Nations Face-Off tournament. Anyways, as far as my take on this game, San Jose Sharks lost it to themselves. They beat themselves. 6 penalties, a penalty like penalties just committed in that freaking third period is ridiculous. It's fun. It's fun hockey to watch, but again, I stand by my word. It's not fun to watch them lose. We're not too far away from being competitive again, but we gotta stop losing these games, baby. Or for some of you who are Team Tank, maybe you gotta keep it going. Anyways, it's been fun. I want to say thank you to everybody. We've been together here for about 3.5 hours now. I'm looking at 81 of you across Twitch, YouTube, and X. Another 79 of you across TikTok. Got a comment on TikTok saying being Sharks fan is tough. It is, but not really. I've been a fan of this team long enough to see them compete for that 8th seed for the playoffs, and I've been a fan of this team to watch them go on all those Stanley Cup contending teams, like all those runs, whether they ended in the Western Conference Championship or they got to the Stanley Cup final, which I don't like to revisit often, but I've been a fan of this team for as long as they've been uncompetitive and then super competitive, and now back again to being like in the basement. You know what I mean? And I'll always bleed Teal. I'll always cover this team. And we'll see what happens, man. 24 games remaining this season. 6th season, by the way, which Shark City Hockey has been providing fan-led coverage of the team. Every one of these seasons was right during, these tanking years, as they call it, rebuilding years, as they call it. So, I'm happy. I'm happy to share this experience and, to provide a space where us hockey fans and Sharks fans get together and enjoy this journey together. And more than likely, we'll be back together tomorrow afternoon. 4:30 face-off puck drop schedule. Pardon me, 4:30 tomorrow against the Winnipeg Jets. May possibly join a little bit after. Just a quick disclaimer. Maybe slightly after the puck is dropped. But nonetheless, this is game 1 of a 7-game road trip. We have been doing these watch-along parties since last year. We specifically do it during away games because yours truly has tickets to games at the Tank. But who knows? In the near future, we might do these on a regular, on an every game basis. We'll have to wait and see for that. But tonight, San Jose Sharks unfortunately continue the skid. They have now lost 5 consecutive games, and in less than 24 hours, literally in less than 24 hours, 20 hours I think to be exact, they will be facing off against the Winnipeg Jets. So Sharks versus Jets, another West Side Story edition of San Jose hockey coming up. And tough day to be a San Jose hockey fan in general. I don't think the CUDA did very well either today, even though they got that dub yesterday. But man, just so happy that San Jose Sharks hockey is back. Win or lose, baby. All right, I'm Aaron James. I'm about to sign off for the rest of the evening. Once again, big shout out to all of you out there for making this the #1 trending live stream in Sharks territory. I'm gonna call it a night. So do all that jazz, the like and subscribe and share. Of course, you can find all of our content at sharkcityhockey.com. If you want to be on top of our live streams, make sure that you follow us on X at Shark City Hockey. If you want some influential, most relatable, fan-led content, follow us on Instagram. We have a great community there. We are making strides toward almost 7,000 strong. Thank you to everybody who may have been following the link from our Instagram community to this live stream. And, until next time, as I usually end these programs, let's go Sharks. So, final in Calgary, 3-2. San Jose Sharks take on the Winnipeg Jets tomorrow. And, it's been a long couple of weeks, so pardon me, it took me a minute to get into the groove of things here. Looking forward to see what the Sharks bring us tomorrow. This was one of 7 games that are going to be played on the road trip before a 7-game homestand for the Sharks. But 24 more games, man. 24 more games remaining in this season. It's going to go by fast. So, thank you to everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, again, and all that jazz. And until next time, I'm Aaron James, signing off for Shark City Hockey, your go-to source for San Jose Sharks fandom, where we cover legends and legacies in the 408. And, one more time, let's go Sharks. You'll have a great rest of your night.